que soñaba cuando era niño con tiempo se logró. Valió la pena todo el sacrificio, somos ganadores, no fallamos un gol. Con orgullo en el pecho, cargo el escudo cada vez que salgo. Tranqui, yo me encargo de dejar a mi equipo en lo alto. Se siente euforia en la tribuna completa y me pongo la 10, sudo la camiseta. Salimos y puro jogó bonito, arriba en el marcador esa era la meta.
Aquí si yo gano, todos coronamos. No fue un día para otro, nada regalado. Yo soñé con esto sin plata en el mercado. Y si mi equipo gana, todos coronamos. Dime, que como lo hago, todos quieren que yo les explique. Yo vengo de abajo de estar estresado por el ticket. Yo soy la receta y la chef. Metí corazón y fe, y ahora vivo lo que manifesté. Lucha por tus sueños y pichar al que te diga que no puedes lograrlo. Los números son solo números, pero el joseo no puede comprarlo. 725, eso no da, por eso le hice caso abajo. Ahora estoy viviendo bien y mami tiene vira la cuenta banco.
Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave e não decide o campeonato. É que eu fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. É só uma chance, eu quero o meu espaço.
Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave, não define campeonato.
Fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. É só uma chance, eu quero o meu espaço. Vive na cara do gol pra fazer, obra de arte com a bola no pé. Agilidade pra corresponder, toda a frieza de um camisa 10. Malemolência pra enganar, estratégia do conceito, estratégia, o troféu tá em jogo, todos querem ganhar. Mas no final só um vai fazer festa, eternamente do adversário, ganhando a raça, assinando o talento. Fogos e bomba, troféu pro alto, isso é rotina do procedimento. Se a torcida deles é contra, festas o fortalecimento. A tática deixa a zaga até tonta, a vitória é fruto do desempenho. Ei, olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave, não decide o campeonato. É que eu fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. É só uma chance, eu quero o meu espaço. Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave, não decide o campeonato. É que eu fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. É só uma chance, eu quero o meu espaço.
Sabadão no jogo na arena e na área o moleque estava. Sonador de primeira mandou lá na caixa que tem de menor na quebrada. Ele aprende a fazer gol, então joga na telha que é peça fechada. E só entra, você doma, estende a bandeira, manda dois pro alto. Que a vitória já chegou, os meninos conquistou. A vitória em grande estilo, dificuldade triplou. Ousadia é combustível, não é que clareou. Acompanha esse placar, do X1 vai virou. Agora é comemorar. Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave, não define campeonato. Fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. Tem 7 em campo, eu quero o meu espaço. Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave, não define campeonato. Fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. Tem 7 em campo, eu quero o meu
Pensaban
espaço.
que no, pero nadie puede contra las bendiciones que tira Dios. Enfoca en lo mío, no escucha a nadie, mira que se me dio. Todo lo que soñaba cuando era niño con tiempo se logró. Valió la pena todo el sacrificio, somos ganadores, no fallamos un gol. Con orgullo en el pecho, cargo el escudo cada vez que salgo. Tranqui, yo me encargo de dejar a mi equipo en lo alto. Se siente euforia en la tribuna completa y me pongo la 10, sudo la camiseta. Salimos y puro jogó bonito, arriba en el marcador esa era la meta.
Este es de la Rose. Aquí si yo gano, todos coronamos. No fue un día para otro, nada regalado. Yo soñé con esto sin plata en el mercado. Y si mi equipo gana, todos coronamos. Dime,
lá vem golaço. Bola na trave, não decide o campeonato. É que eu fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. É só uma chance, eu quero o meu espaço.
Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave, não define campeonato.
Fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. É só uma chance, eu quero o meu espaço. Agilidade pra corresponder, toda a frieza de um camisa 10. Malemolência pra enganar, estratégia do conceito, estratégia, o troféu tá em jogo, todos querem ganhar. Mas no final só um vai fazer festa, eternamente do adversário, ganha na raça, assinando o talento. Fogo se bomba, troféu pro alto, isso é rotina do procedimento. Se a torcida deles é contra, afetas o fortalecimento. A tática deixa a zaga até tonta, a vitória é fruto do desempenho. Ei, olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave, não decide o campeonato. É que eu fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. É só uma chance, eu quero o meu espaço. Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave, não decide o campeonato. É que eu fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. É só uma chance, eu quero o meu espaço.
Sabadão no jogo na arena e na área, o moleque estava sonador de primeira, mandou lá na caixa que tem de menor na quebrada. Ele aprende a fazer gol, então joga na telha que é peça fechada. E só entra, você toma, estende a bandeira, manda dois pro alto. A vitória já chegou, os meninos conquistou a vitória em grande estilo. Dificuldade triplou, ousadia é combustível. Não é que clareou, acompanha esse placar. No X1 vai virou, agora é comemorar. Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave, não define campeonato. Fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. Tem 7 em campo, eu quero o meu espaço. Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave, não define campeonato. Fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. Tem 7 em campo, eu quero o meu
Pensaban
espaço.
que no, pero nadie puede contra las bendiciones que tira Dios. Enfoca en lo mío, no escucha a nadie, mira que se me dio. Todo lo que soñaba cuando era niño con tiempo se logró. Valió la pena todo el sacrificio, somos ganadores, no fallamos un gol. Con orgullo en el pecho, cargo el escudo cada vez que salgo. Tranqui, yo me encargo de dejar a mi equipo en lo alto. Se siente euforia en la tribuna completa y me pongo la 10, sudo la camiseta. Salimos y puro jogó bonito, arriba en el marcador esa era la meta.
Este es de la Rose. Aquí si yo gano, todos coronamos. No fue un día pa' otro, nada regalado. Yo soñé con esto sin falta en el mercado. Y si mi equipo gana, todos coronamos. Dime, que como lo hago, todos quieren que yo les explique. Yo vengo de abajo de estar estresado por el ticket. Yo soy la receta y la chef. Metí corazón y fe, y ahora vivo lo que manifesté. Lucha por tus sueños y pichar al que te diga que no puedes lograrlo. Los números son solo números, pero el joseo no puede comprarlo. 725, eso no da, por eso le hice caso abajo. Ahora estoy viviendo bien y mami tiene vira la cuenta de banco.
Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave, não decide o campeonato. É que eu fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. É só uma chance, eu quero o meu espaço.
Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave, não define campeonato.
Fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. É só uma chance, eu quero o meu espaço. vitória é fruto do desempenho. Ei, olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave e não decide o campeonato. É que eu fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. É só uma chance, eu quero o meu espaço. Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave e não decide o campeonato. É que eu fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. É só uma chance, eu quero o meu espaço.
Sabadão no jogo na arena e na área o moleque estava. Sonador de primeira mandou lá na caixa que tem de menor na quebrada. Ele aprende a fazer gol, então joga na telha que é peça fechada. E só entra, você dobra, estende a bandeira, manda dois pro alto. Que a vitória já chegou, os meninos conquistou a vitória em grande estilo. Dificuldade triplou, ousadia é combustível. Não é que clareou, acompanha esse placar. No X1 vai virou, agora é comemorar. Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave, não define campeonato. Fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. Tem 7 em campo, eu quero o meu espaço. Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave, não define campeonato. Fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. Tem 7 em campo, eu quero o meu
Pensaban
espaço.
que no, pero nadie puede contra las bendiciones que tira Dios. Enfoca en lo mío, no escucha a nadie, mira que se me dio. Todo lo que soñaba cuando era niño con tiempo se logró. Valió la pena todo el sacrificio, somos ganadores, no fallamos un gol. Con orgullo en el pecho, cargo el escudo cada vez que salgo. Tranqui, yo me encargo de dejar a mi equipo en lo alto. Se siente euforia en la tribuna completa y me pongo la 10, sudo la camiseta. Salimos y puro jugó bonito, arriba en el marcador esa era la meta.
Este es de la Rose. Aquí si yo gano, todos coronamos. No fue un día pa' otro, nada regalado. Yo soñé con esto sin plata en el mercado. Y si mi equipo gana, todos coronamos. Dime, que cómo lo hago, todos quieren que yo les explique. Yo vengo de abajo de estar estresado por el ticket. Yo soy la receta y la chef. Metí corazón y fe, y ahora vivo lo que manifesté. Lucha por tus sueños y pichar al que te diga que no puedes lograrlo. Los números son solo números, pero el joseo no puede comprarlo. 725, eso no da, por eso le hice caso abajo. Ahora estoy viviendo bien y mami tiene vira la cuenta de banco.
Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave e não decide o campeonato. É que eu fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. É só uma chance, eu quero o meu espaço.
Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave, não define campeonato.
Fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. É só uma chance, eu quero o meu espaço. Tive na cara do gol pra fazer, obra de arte com a bola no pé, agilidade pra corresponder, toda frieza de um camisa 10, malemolência pra enganar, estratégia do conceito, estratégia, o troféu tá em jogo, todos querem ganhar, mas no final só um vai fazer festa, eternamente do adversário, ganha na raça, assinando talento, fogos e bomba, troféu pro alto, isso é rotina do procedimento, se a torcida deles é contra, festas o fortalecimento, a tática deixa a zaga até tonta, a vitória é fruto do desempenho. Ei, olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave e não decide o campeonato. É que eu fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. É só uma chance, eu quero o meu espaço. Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave e não decide o campeonato. É que eu fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. É só uma chance, eu quero o meu espaço.
Sabadão no jogo na arena e na área o moleque estava. Sonador de primeira mandou lá na caixa que tem de menor na quebrada. Ele aprende a fazer gol, então joga na telha que é peça fechada. E só entra, você dobra, estende a bandeira, manda dois pro alto. define campeonato. Fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. Tem 7 campos, eu quero meu espaço.
Pensaban que no, pero nadie puede contra las bendiciones que tira Dios. Enfoca en lo mío, no escucha a nadie, mira que se me dio. Todo lo que soñaba cuando era niño con tiempo se logró. Valió la pena todo el sacrificio, somos ganadores, no fallamos un gol. Con orgullo en el pecho, cargo el escudo cada vez que salgo. Tranqui, yo me encargo de dejar a mi equipo en lo alto. Se siente euforia en la tribuna completa y me pongo la 10, sudo la camiseta. Salimos y puro jugó bonito, arriba en el marcador esa era la meta.
Este es de la Rose. Aquí si yo gano, todos coronamos. No fue un día para otro, nada regalado. Yo soñé con esto sin plata en el mercado. Y si mi equipo gana, todos coronamos. Dime, que como lo hago, todos quieren que yo les explique. Yo vengo de abajo de estar estresado por el ticket. Yo soy la receta y la chef. Metí corazón y fe, y ahora vivo lo que manifesté. Lucha por tus sueños y pichar al que te diga que no puedes lograrlo. Los números son solo números, pero el joseo no puede comprarlo. 725, eso no da, por eso le hice caso abajo. Ahora estoy viviendo bien y mami tiene vira la cuenta de banco.
Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave e não decide o campeonato. É que eu fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. É só uma chance, eu quero meu espaço.
Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave, não define campeonato.
Fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. É só uma chance, eu quero meu espaço. Tive na cara do gol pra fazer, obra de arte com a bola no pé, agilidade pra corresponder, toda frieza de um camisa 10, malemolência pra enganar, estratégia do conceito, estratégia
Giving him a very tough time.
todos quer ganhar.
Here's Mati Herrera on his right foot. Herrera smashes it in, and the South Americans break the deadlock and draw first blood. Who else? Here's Mati towards Matias. Little shove there on Sequinho. The layoff, Mati, another layoff. Rojas on his left foot. One touch on the ball, that's all he needed. Before it is a star player. That was the case for Brazil yesterday. Here's Senochak. Imsak off the post. This is Juan Fabregas, the Spanish ref, in charge of the whistle. And yes,
Secret card.
I am correct on this one, John. It is a star player. I believe Nacho Herrera, the number 28, will be the star player. After all, he is the star scorer, the top scorer of the team yet. There's the whistle from the ref. There's Pedro Canales on his right foot. And this one goes in. Late reaction there from Daniel Aggression.
Particular side, what you think your predictions, of course, as well as Germany blaze over. And a referee.
9 minutes and 16 seconds on the clock. VAR review. After that intervention, Juan Fabregas from Spain points to the spot. It's a penalty kick. This is Brazil Jr. Takes his time, right foot on the ball. It's a sensational strike. Turkish-German player produced for us. Here is Senochak. Beats Matias Herrera and drives it into the back of the net. Game on. Germany trail by just 1 goal. Juan Fabregas
Germany
to reveal the secret card. It is a reverse penalty. It's Carlos Gonzalez on his left foot. He delivers. Well taken penalty kick from the Chilean number 30. Out from the back, they get a breakthrough now. Here's the through ball. There's the finish, and it is in. It's from the star player, Nacho Herrera. Chile regain And the goal is given after all.
Complete.
Nacho Ejeda. Here come Chile once again. That was a laser of an effort.
This is so important this stage of the game.
3v3. Not our favorite, right, John? This is Brazo Jr. He's got Senocak to his left, Sequinho to his right. On his left foot, the layoff. Germany have 3. The tap in from Brazo Jr. He secures his second goal of the day. Here's Matti, the layoff for Donoso.
10,
Back towards Matti
9,
on his right foot.
8, 7, 6,
6
5.
seconds now for Chile to try a shot on goal. Nacho Ejeda cut back. Here's Matti. He slides it in. Chile have 6.
It's the reason why Chile lead by 6-3.
Here's Senocak. What a huge save from Matias Ejeda. And is he going to go from coast to coast? Yes, he is.
Whistle.
He scores.
No whistle went before.
Senocak towards Sequinho. Brazo Jr. back towards Sequinho on his left foot. Still going. Cheeky touch, and that is a wonderful individual goal from Sequinho to give
Germany to get back right now at this situation. The next goal is all important.
off the post. Almost 7-4 Chile. Germany saved by the medal on that occasion. 7 goals to his name in the competition. He's the top scorer for Germany. The service into traffic. Imsak! Sensational save on the rebound. Matias Ejeda not once. There's a call there for a handball. Maybe a replay can clarify things. Matti Vidangosi, what a sensational play. It's loose and alive. Matti! The ball goes in, but the goal is no good. Or is it? Here's the save from Daniel Dress. And the goal is given, yet this is what I thought. The touch came from a German player. If it came from a Chilean, he would have been offside. From Matti Vidangosi. Here's the service into traffic. Imsak! What an imposing header from the number 9. Right place, right time.
But Matti has been brilliant.
It is Ezequiel Luna! Ladies and gentlemen, the semi-finals of the Kings World Cup of Nations. GGG, lelele.
And they race forward to the centre circle. Early contact. Referee looks on. Referee says play on! And the United States take an immediate lead. The German official let it go. Spain are absolutely furious. Costa said thank you very much. And Costa on defensive duties. Spain wanting to reply immediately. A reminder, neither of their keepers have found the back of the net. This will be a perfect time to do so. There's the layoff. Opportunity to round the keeper. He gets clattered into. It's going to stand, and 2 quick goals here. Spain back in business. A bright start for the US after clattering into Planas. The referee was right next to it, said play on. There's that little bit of contact on the far side, just under Jinx's face. Well, the reaction is there. There was the real contact right in front of one of the assistant referees as well. Looking towards the left-hand corner.
Back there on Ortiz. And it's going to be a red card. The guys have suddenly shifted in the USA's favor.
Has been so far a very balanced contest. Decent strike, decent stop. Barcels, who has been quiet. Spain more than happy to dig in, break when they can, but they won't overcommit now. Guti on the far side. Can he pull the trigger? Goes to ground! That's a shout for a penalty, and a referee points straight at the spot. Well, yep. 6 goals. Denied. There's the follow-up, and he gets goal number 7, or does he? It's in the back of the net. The Spaniards are celebrating. Here comes Spain moving forward purposefully. Drilled in across the area with purpose, and that is a terrific move from Spain, who are just starting to show the USA what it's all about. That control, that movement, and the finish in the end. Alexis,
Gaules,
see what happens here.
one of the presidents of Team Brazil, in booth number 21, will be in charge of the dice.
Your choice, Jackson.
And the dice minutes if they want to get back in.
We are at the second half, a quick free kick already and a yellow card. First yellow, we've had a red already. Right from kickoff when the rub of the green went the USA's way. Well, if anyone can, it's this man in possession, Costa, and sells in acres of space. Can he pull the trigger here? He does so on his right foot! And they bounce back, the side in blue.
Yeah, it's a lovely goal from Rock Van Sels. The control on the left, very good idea there to break into his right, so he has a bit more of an angle.
Spain looking for a quick response, and they get it. Easily rolled in Linhares. 2 quick goals here.
Yeah, this was the guy who scored the winner against Brazil. Very confident.
Needs to find the back of the net, and does so with aplomb. Just buries that one in. Very good spot kick, and the USA. Spain trying to ease their way through. Soriano saw the run, and that's a great move again from Spain. Wonderful little move from them. Pelaz coming in, that little triangle. Soriano, because Gomez was in the way. Spain still have it. Here they come again. Great footwork, great finish. That is absolutely marvellous from the Spaniards. They kept possession, they peeked their way through. And in the end, Lobato. Great card to have.
Secret card.
Penalty. For Team USA.
It's another great option. Well, Joker now, that's very interesting.
So it might be a penalty on both sides. Joker. Keeping in mind the
penalty very shortly. He does that, picks his spots. Can he bury it in this one? Extend the lead, well, he does it with style. Cool as a cucumber to lift that one in. Now Spain goes down the middle, but guess who stops it? That's a clever ball forward. Now the USA have to take advantage. First touch is heavy! Too heavy, in fact.
Ended up making his life a little bit more complicated in this situation. What a save from Eloy Amoedo to get his body in the way. Opens his arms, closes down that angle, keeps the US.
Alexis on this near side. This is it, surely for Spain it is! Cole pulls the trigger, and Spain make sure that they are moving on.
Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave, não define campeonato. Fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil.
É só uma chance, eu quero o meu espaço.
Tranqui, yo me encargo de dejar a mi equipo en lo alto. Se siento fuera en la tribuna completa y me pongo la y sudo la camiseta. Salimos y puro jogó bonito, arriba en el marcador esa era la meta.
Aquí si yo gano, todos coronamos. No fue un día pa' otro, nada regalado. Yo soñé con esto sin falta en el mercado. Y si mi equipo gana, todos coronamos. Dime, dime.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome once again to the Trident Arena in São Paulo, Brazil, where we have our drone right now flying over the pitch. In just a few moments, we will be getting underway with the first semi-final match of the day as Chile take on Spain. 20 teams started this competition way back on January 3rd. It seems like a lifetime ago, and now we are down to the top 4. The first game, the first semi-final, Chile versus Spain. The later game, Brazil take on Mexico. So Mexico and Chile will be looking to shock the world and pull off the upsets on this Thursday night here in São Paulo, Brazil at the Trident Arena. The place to be. Yesterday, we had 2 great games as well. Chile getting it done against Germany, winning 8-5, and then Spain with a dominant victory over Team USA, 9-2. 2-3. I'm Anthony Wells once again, alongside me, my good friend John Cottrell. John, we are going to have another exciting and jam-packed day here in the largest city in South America, my friend.
Yeah, two very special matches coming up very shortly. Kick off for the first in around 28 minutes to be precise, but a lot of stuff to look forward to.
Yeah, a lot of stuff without a doubt, my friend. This is how the bracket is looking. Only 4 teams are alive: Chile, Spain, Mexico, and Brazil. 3 teams from the Americas, 1 in the north, 2 in the south, just 1 European side. That is the mighty Spain. Keeping in mind, ladies and gentlemen, the goal of these 4 teams is, of course, to be at the final on Saturday, January 17th at the Allianz Parque. We're not only going to get the final, we're also going to have a streamers match between the Gazette TV team and the Kings League team, and a special performance of La Vingolaço, which, if you haven't heard it, it is an absolute hit. It is the official anthem of the Kings World Cup of Nations. It's going to be a performance from MC PH, MC Marques, and DJ Japa NK, 3 heavy hitters of the Brazilian music industry. So let's introduce them. Here they are.
Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave, não define campeonato.
Fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. É só uma chance, eu quero o meu espaço.
Tranqui, yo me encargo de dejar a mi equipo en lo alto. Se siento fuera en la tribuna completa y me pongo la y el sudor la camiseta. Salimos y puro jugó bonito, arriba en el marcador esa era la meta.
Aquí si yo gano, todos coronamos. No fue un día pa' otro, nada regalado. Yo soñé con esto sin plata en el mercado. Y si mi equipo gana, todos coronamos. Dime, dime.
That's right. Make sure to get your tickets for the final January 17th at the Allianz Parque on our website, kingsleague.pro. That is the place to go. Get your tickets for the final. On Saturday, we're also going to have this streamers game. The Gazette TV team led by Casemiro Miguel, who's here at the Trident Arena. I saw him a few moments ago. An internet sensation here in Brazil. The Kings League team led by Ronaldo, the 2-time FIFA World Cup winner. These guys will be there as well. MC PH, MC Marques, DJ Japa NK. 3 big names, especially in the famous funky movement here in Brazil, with that special performance of La Vingolaço. But we still have a ways to go before that final game on Saturday. Let's talk about what happened yesterday here at the Trident Arena. John, I want to talk about Spain. Not only do they have 4 wins in 4 matches, but all 4 of those victories were confident, dominant wins, and they were in the match ball. Chile have 4 wins as well, but 2 of those were in the shootout.
For me, the best performance of the competition. Even though Spain beat Brazil in their first match, I thought this performance was just complete. Everything that they had planned, everything that they wanted, all those little triangles, all those moves, the skill came out, the teamwork came out. Fabulous performance.
Yeah, this is a very tactical, technical, balanced team. As many as 7 different players found the back of the net. And Spain yesterday gave us a masterclass on how to use the Joker. The USA activated their secret card, which turned out to be a penalty. Then Spain activated their secret card, the Joker, and they stole that penalty from Team USA. They converted it with Gerard Nola, or rather the number 8, Marc Pelaz. And this was at a time when Spain already had a comfortable lead. And after this, they got even more of a cushion. So everything went right for Spain yesterday, John.
Yeah, as I said, a complete performance, and they're not relying on one single player. It is a team, a real team together, who work very hard and know the positioning of each other, as you pointed out as well. But fabulous performance from Spain, as I said, for me, the performance of the tournament so far. This is going to be a test. There's no doubt about it. People are looking forward to a Spain-Brazil final, but we're a long, long way before we get there.
Yeah, as many as 8 different Spanish players have found the back of the net. Alex Martí, Nola, Planas, Lobato, Linares Cole Pelaz and this guy right here, Nico Santos, who picked up a red card. For 5 minutes, the USA played a man up, but because of that red card, he is not going to be available for this upcoming game against Chile. But I mean, Spain are so good, John, that I don't think they're gonna really miss this guy.
Yeah, no weak players, no weak performances from the Spaniards.
This guy was great yesterday for Spain, John. He picked up the MVP. Alex Guti, very dangerous on that left-hand side. And if Chile want to pull off the upset, they're going to have to close this guy down.
Yeah, Guti was good. We're going to see in a few moments a player from Chile there, man of the match. Guti, excellent. The guy we're going to see, as I said, coming up even better because he was a driving force for Chile. But down that left-hand side, Guti was there, and then Alexis also filling in down that flank when Spain required, but instrumental for the side in red.
Yeah, Guti was able to win 2 penalties for Spain. This was one of them in that first game against Brazil. The second one was against Qatar, and the third, so 3 penalties, was against the US yesterday. So he is the danger man for the Europeans, especially when he's deployed down that left wing. This was the contact here on match day 1 from Lelechi, bringing him down inside that Brazil box. The USA, though, did well to reach the quarterfinals, but against Spain, they always looked second best. The USA matched the performance that they had at the Nations in Italy last year when they were knocked out by Morocco in the shootout after a thrilling 7-7 tie. But I think the US did well here in Brazil, and I think they put up a strong fight against Spain. They have good players, Rock Bencells, Mijatovic, especially the number 10, Gabriel Costa. What did you think of the Americans, John?
I think they reached their limit against a fabulous Spain side. As you said, it was a wonderful performance to get the way they did. They were growing in this tournament. They showed a lot of tenacity, they showed determination, as well as a bag of skill, but I think they met a side who were in prime form and just too good for them on the day. It was good to see the States, because I like their attitude, I like the way they went at opponents, but Spain just too good.
Yeah, their president Castro was 3 for 4 from the spot. Let's talk about the Chileans right now. On their Kings World Cup of Nations debut, they are in the semifinals. This is clearly, John, the surprise team of the competition. When we entered the tournament, I don't think anyone imagined Chile to be at this point. But I think against Spain, it's going to be a very steep mountain to climb.
Yeah, that Colombia match, when it looked like they were heading out of the tournament, and a late goal put them back in the picture, and they managed to get themselves through. But it was a good performance for Chile against Germany. They deserve to be where they are now. But as you said, Spain might be a little bit harder. We're going to find out very, very shortly. But yeah, they are a surprise package.
Yeah, Germany are a very tough opponent, a side with plenty of attacking quality, but one that failed to shine yesterday. Ezequiel Luna scored the winning goal, a beautiful one at that on match ball. And now the Chileans under Pedro Canales are just 1 step away from reaching the final. Chile also gave us a masterclass when it comes to the secret cards. In the quarterfinal game against Germany, these cards really helped tip the balance. And this was the moment right here, right? Chile were up only 3-2. Nacho Herrera was the star player. Found the back of the net off of that great assist from Mativi Dangosi. And I think this was a great turning point for Chile in the game, John.
It's a driving run from Chile's number 10. He was outstanding, as we're going to see in a few minutes as well. Tipped the scales for me from that deep midfield positions, and even at his age, he could just burst forward and really caused a lot of problems for the Germans.
Yeah, Nacho Herrera scored this double goal in the 14th minute. Chile have Nacho Herrera, but they also have another Herrera, the goalkeeper, Matias Herrera, who wants to become the goalkeeper with the most goals scored in the competition. I think one thing we can say, right, John, if Chile are in the semifinals, it is a lot thanks to their man between the sticks there, Matias Herrera.
Yeah, you've got to get a goalkeeper who is a brilliant shot stopper and also can produce at the other end, and Herrera certainly is that. He pulled off some magnificent saves and he scored some great goals. So, again, a complete package.
Yeah, with this goal right here, Matias Herrera has got 5 in the competition. Keeping in mind, he scored a hat-trick against Colombia in just 1 minute and 7 seconds. Guillaume Lesec, who has already been eliminated with France, also has 5 goals. Antonio Monterde from Mexico has 3, and he'll be hoping to find the back of the net today. Let's talk about Germany. This is a side, right, John, that you enjoyed to watch, but against Chile yesterday, they always seemed second best. They were able to go from 3-0 to 3-2, but it was, I think, that double goal for Herrera that ended up tipping the scales.
Yeah, you know, cards do make a difference. It's the luck of the draw, of course. And if you don't get the card you want, that can make a real difference. But I think, like the USA, the Germans, they are where they are. And I think on the whole, that was their limit, getting to the quarterfinals, which they did exceptionally well to get there. Younger side, they felt that perhaps Mexico, or Chile rather, just on the aging side, and the age would be to their advantage. It wasn't in the end because Chile were just too good.
Yeah, the Germans reached the quarterfinals as the top team in Group B. The 4 teams that are alive have 1 goal, and that is to be at the Allianz Parque on Saturday, January 17th, the famous stadium on the west side of the city of São Paulo. It has a capacity for over 40,000 people. It is the home of Palmeiras, one of the big teams here in Brazil, 3-time Copa Libertadores winners. They are the current runners-up of the Libertadores. It is one of the most modern stadiums in all of South America, if not the most modern stadium in all of South America, John.
And additionally, it's about a minute from your apartment, which is even better.
That makes things very easy for me. So we have prepared a special report on the Allianz Parque. Let's introduce you to the stadium right now. It will be the place to be. It will be electric come Saturday, January 17th.
Allianz Parque, estamos de volta.
Make sure to get your tickets on our website, kingsleague.pro. We're going to get the final at the Allianz Parque. We're also going to get a streamers game between the Cazé TV team, led by Casemiro, the internet sensation in Brazil, and the Kings League team, led by Ronaldo. You see just some of the big names right there, big faces as well connected to this game. Ronaldo, of course, Brazilian superstar, Seleção legend, 2-time FIFA World Cup winner. I want to talk about right now the tournament's best saves. The strikers often steal all the media spotlight, but in this Kings League, we have had very, very good saves. This is save number 3, the bronze medal to Antonio Monterde from Mexico, who pulled off that fantastic save against Indonesia. Great elasticity and reflex. Here's the replay, John. What do you think of this?
I think it's a decent enough save. There's no real power on the header. It's goal bound and he's got to stretch to get there. So, yeah, not bad. I think third place is right for that because we are going to see some really fabulous saves coming up in the next minute or so.
Yeah, from wherever you're watching us around the world, let us know also what you think of that save. Here we see Samantha Rivers and Alex Montiel, aka Scorpion Dourado, who should be right next door to us for the game against Brazil. This is number 2. It's the save from Luis Sanchez, the Argentine goalkeeper. Despite losing this match, this was a huge save because Musa Sal right here, he was the star player, and what a way for Luis Sanchez to get his body in the way. So important for Argentina. All
credit to Luis Sanchez to get across quickly. However, it really should have been a goal because you're going to see here the France number 10 just dallies in possession, one touch too many. A terrific movement to stick that right peg out, but it really should have been a goal to France, which could have changed the whole game. Yeah, it was so important for him to throw out his leg that way to prevent the French goal, especially for Musa Sal, who was the MVP and the star player in this game. Luis Sanchez scored that wonder goal against Japan, and he was so important for Argentina with 25 saves over the course of the competition. Now this one coming up now is absolutely brilliant. Yeah, this could have been a
golazo for Spain, but Cheikh Diop, the goalkeeper for Qatar, had other plans. How about this? What a way to get a glove on that ball. This definitely, I think, John, deserves the gold medal.
Oh yeah, outstanding. There's no doubt about this, because it's not only a lob, it's power on it. And he just reaches up, he gets that lift, that fabulous jump in the air, and manages somehow to pour it away. I don't know how he got there, but it was supreme skill. Not that one, the first one we saw a few seconds ago.
Yeah, it's very important to point out, obviously, it's very difficult to make this kind of save when you were caught off your line. Diop really was a lifesaver for Qatar. Qatar, who came so close to beating Brazil. They gave Spain a tough time, and they almost made it out of that Group D. How about this?
I mean, from that angle,
the Qatari goalkeeper.
From that angle, it's even better. Just hangs in the air.
Once again, here at the Trident Arena, you see the Chilean and Spanish players warming up for the first semi-final game of the day. Only 4 teams are alive. After today, we're going to find out what are the 2 teams that will be in that final game at the Allianz Parque on Saturday, January 17th. This is just like the last chance. This is just like the quarterfinals. This is the knockout stage. There is no room for error. There is a lot at stake. There is a lot on the table. There is a lot to happen today. It is do or die. You lose and you are out of the competition. 4 teams. I've said this before, 3 from the Americas. 1 from the north, that's Mexico. 2 from the south, Brazil and Chile. Just 1 European side, the mighty Spain. So here are the clashes. Keeping in mind, this is local time, right? This is local time here in São Paulo, Brazil. So if you're watching us across planet Earth in other countries, make sure you get your clock straight. The first game between Chile and Spain at 6 p.m. local time here in São Paulo. After that, hosts Brazil take on Mexico at 7 p.m. local time. The fans slowly but surely are already starting to arrive here at the Trident Arena. So Chile and Mexico are going to try and pull off the upsets. Whenever I think of the rivalry between Brazil and Mexico, I always remember the final of the men's tournament at the Olympics in London in 2012. Brazil were the favorites, but Mexico ended up winning with 2 early goals from Uribe Peralta. Remember that guy? If you have some viewers in Mexico right now, they will remember the America legend Uribe Peralta. You are the Chileans warming up. I think on the ball, John, the analysis we can make here, Spain are better, but Chile have quality as well. They have experience, and I think it's possible for the South Americans to pull off the upset.
Yeah, it's not going to be a walkover by any stretch of the imagination. We say that now, of course. Chile have looked really good, but Spain, for me, the complete package. This man was absolutely fantastic against the Germans. Made all the difference. He really did. Just driving runs through the middle of the park. Germany had no answers. The steering wheel of a tournament, perhaps, so far.
That's absolutely right, my friend. A great volante. The steering wheel will explain that joke over the course of the broadcast. Mati Vidangossi has only 1 goal, but he is the leader of the tournament when it comes to assists. 7 assists. He was instrumental for Chile yesterday in that win over Germany. This is the guy who signed for Villarreal back in 2007 but never played. He featured in the Under-20 FIFA World Cup in 2007 with the Chilean national team. So, if Spain want to win today, they are going to have to close down the star man, Matias Vidangossi, or as the Chileans call him, Mati. These are the Spaniards warming up. That's the backup goalkeeper, Dani Perez. Spain, 4 games, 4 wins, 4 confident wins. All of those wins in the match ball. I think we all can agree, John, that so far in the competition, this has been the best team, even better than Brazil.
Yeah, I'd say so as well. Fabulous win against the Brazilians in the first match. Peru was a little bit more of a struggle, and then Spain really got going. Cata parked the buses. Spain wore them down. I think the pinnacle so far, though, was that win, the 9-3 win over the USA. So they're building. The only thing that worries me is that both these sides played yesterday evening as well, whereas the Brazil and Mexico sides have that extra 24 hours, so I'm hoping that doesn't fatigue on either side.
As many as 8 Spanish players have found the back of the net. This is one of them, Alex Guti, the MVP of the Kings Cup Europe, one of the most important players for Spain. We saw how good this guy is yesterday against the Americans, especially when he's played down the left wing. So Chile are really going to have to get their man marking right to close down this guy. And he's got a backup who's good as well, who's the number 92, Alex Martí.
Yeah, I think one of the penalty calls in his favour were a little bit questionable, but his momentum takes him inside the area, and any touch, he's going to go down.
Yeah, Alex Guti, 2 assists and MVP as well for him. The other semifinal is the game between Brazil and Mexico. In other words, a repeat of the match we had last year at the Nations in Italy.
Next arrival, Chile
With the victories of Mexico and Brazil, the Kings World Cup of Nations Italy 2025 semifinal will be repeated as we see the arrival of the Chilean players. You saw Ezequiel Luna, Araya, Matias Rojas, Nacho Herrera, Carlos Gonzalez, Mati Vidangosi. There's the experienced Christian Vilches, who has played for the Chilean national team, Matias Herrera. Those are just some of the players in this squad that are good, that will surely give Spain a tough time in the upcoming game, as we see the arrival of the Spanish players as well. A few serious faces, we see some smiles as well, so really a mix of emotions as these teams were arriving at the Trident Arena earlier today. Last year at the competition in Italy, the semifinal game also between Mexico and Brazil. Brazil won 3-1 with a hat-trick from Kelvin Oliveira, 2 of them from the penalty spot. Mexico scored from the presidential penalty with Gabo Montiel, who likes to call himself Cristiano Ronaldo. 5 players from the current Mexican team were present in 2025. The president was Gabo Montiel. 7 for Brazil. It's also going to be a rematch between some Furia and Peluche Caligari players who faced each other in the final of the Kings Cup America late last year in La Ciudad de Mexico, El DF in Mexico City. And Brazil, of course, will continue to defend their title. They had a very, very confident win over the Italians. I've said this before, John, I'll say it again. I don't think even the most optimistic of Brasileiro, a Brazilian football supporter, would have imagined a shootout like this.
Yeah, Italy, massively disappointing, never turned up, never got going, had that penalty card, which they did not use until the game had been lost. So tactically they got it wrong. I think emotionally got it wrong as well, and just blown away by the Brazilians. Yeah, massive disappointment for me and all the Italian fans, who many kind of believing that maybe Italy could have done the hosts. They were never in it.
For the first time, Brazil scored 15 goals at the World Cup. Up until this game, Brazil's biggest win at a World Cup was that 12-4 victory over Turkey in the quarterfinals of the competition last year. Sidol was great from the spot, John.
Yeah, and the thing is about that 15 goals as well, it was no exaggeration that reflected the game. They were just so good, Brazil, and Italy was so poor.
Yeah, Brazil had, 17, 18 shots on goal, and almost all of them went in. Sidol, who's the president of Fluxo FC in the Kings League Brazil, converted his president's penalty. Gaules missed his penalty against Spain. Kaká scored against Qatar. Luqueta scored against Peru. Luqueta, I'm getting word, will be taking the presidential penalty today. Chris Gadgis missed against Saudi Arabia, and Sidol scored against Italy. This was a very important goal at a very important moment for Brazil. They were only in the lead 2-1, so this was a goal that helped bring that lead to 3-1. Very confident there.
Yeah, you need to act quickly.
and we can expect another sold-out crowd at the Trident Arena. In the previous game, the Brazilian fans really lit up this arena, making their voices heard, their presence very much known, the drums, the cheering, the chanting, the energy. If the Trident Arena was electric for this game against Italy, we can certainly expect it to be electric today. But imagine if Brazil make it to the final. Imagine what these Brazilian fans will do at the Allianz Parque on a Saturday night. It's going to be just incredible if they're able to beat Mexico in that atmosphere that we can see in the famous Palmeiras Stadium.
Yeah, a proper arena with respect to the Trident Arena, but the Allianz Parque in a different class.
And Gaules, who's one of the captains of Team Brazil, he's the president of G3XFC, one of the main teams here in Kings League Brazil. He made a promise that if Mexico beat Brazil, he will step down as president of the team. Let's recall that promise.
México no aún, ¿o no?
La última vez havia falado que se perdêssemos do México, colocava mi cargo à disposição. Lembra?
Lo recuerdo, qué buena memoria.
Podemos manter.
Mira a cámara y manterlo.
Se perdemos, jogo contra México para chegar em estádio brasileiro, jogar para nossa torcida, ganhar em Brasil. Si perdemos para México aquí, pues me cargo a disposición.
Pues ahí lo deja más que dicho Gaules. Si pierden contra México, pone su cargo a disposición.
Yeah, it's not likely. I think Brazil are going to cruise through today, but if Mexico managed to pull off the upset, I really want to see if Gaules is going to follow through with that promise. There he is on the right there. He's the president of G3XFC, one of the big teams in Kings League Brazil. Brazil, who are going to face Mexico, who had a dominant victory over France. What did you think of this game, John? I believe Mexico are one of the teams that really have improved over the course of the competition.
They stepped up and they did the business. We've seen that now from several sides, getting to the rhythm properly, but it was an outstanding performance all round.
And Mexico have really transformed themselves into a goal-scoring machine. Scored 18 goals against Indonesia, 18 goals against India, 14 goals against Indonesia, 8 goals against France. And 3 of the over 40 goals, I believe, that almost 50 goals, I believe, that Mexico scored came from this guy right here, Scorpion Dorado, aka Alex Montiel, the president of Peluche Caligari, whose 3 for 3s got 100% conversion rate. Only Marquito Navarra, who has already been eliminated, surpasses him. Huge shout out to our friends at UNICEF, who do such great work, and their partners, of course, of the competition here in Brazil.
Fala galera, eu sou o Nobru.
Ici Adil Rami.
E esse mural todo aqui é per supportare l'UNICEF.
Shukran li UNICEF. Y esto es para ayudar a UNICEF.
E a saúde mental dos jovens.
Con la salud mental de niños y jóvenes.
A Kings faz parte da minha história, mas também pode fazer da sua. Apoia a UNICEF e apoia a saúde mental de crianças e jovens. Valeu?
Let's go! Thank you.
Welcome back to the Trident Arena, everyone. Chile versus Spain. Spain versus Chile, the first semi-final game of the day. Chile of Mati Vidangoski, who was extraordinary against Germany. Spain of Gerard Nola, who has been very consistent over the course of the competition. Let's take a moment right now to appreciate and enjoy the national anthems of Chile and Spain.
las brisas se cruzan también. Y su campo de flores bordado, esta copia feliz de majestuosa esta blanca montaña que te dio por baluarte el Señor, que te dio por baluarte el Señor. Y ese mar que tranquilo te baña, te promete el futuro esplendor. Y ese mar que tranquilo te baña.
Chile against Spain, the first of our semi-finals this evening. Mexico, Brazil to follow.
Aló, aló. ¿Dónde están los chilenos hoy día? Vamos Chile, mierda, vamos Chile, porque para nosotros nunca nada es fácil. Piensen en su familia, muchachos, piensen en todo lo que hemos pasado. Ustedes saben todo lo que hemos trabajado. Profe, usted sabe. Vamos Chile, mierda. ¡CHI! ¡L! ¡Chi, chi, chi! ¡Le, le, le! ¡Viva Chile!
Grande Mati, te felicito, estamos orgullosos de ti.
Quiero que sepas lo orgullosa que estoy de ti. Disfruta cada minuto, confía en ti.
Mucha suerte, muchachos, para el partido de hoy. Sé que les va a ir increíble. Ha sido realmente un orgullo y un privilegio verlos representar a Chile.
Caldito, hijo mío, estamos muy contentos y orgullosos.
Dale con todo hoy, hermano, juega con todo el corazón.
Queríamos decirte que estamos orgullosos de vos y de a dónde han llegado.
Hijo, estamos todos felices y orgullosos.
Yo también estoy muy orgulloso de vos y ojalá hoy puedan ganar.
Este era tu sueño y ahora lo estás viviendo. Estoy orgullosa de ti, mi amor.
Muchas felicitaciones por donde han llegado. Les mandamos un beso grande y vamos a seguir acompañándolos en cada paso. Disfruten, son todos unos crack, besos.
Y que se pasen bien.
Esto es un sueño lo que estás viviendo, así que tráiganse el triunfo a Chile.
¿Qué quieres que te traiga?
Una
¿Una qué? Mira.
Una copa.
Acá tienen un hincha más que está pendiente de ustedes, pero recuerden, cuando falten piernas, que sobren huevos. Un abrazo tremendo y ¡vamos Chile, carajo!
Chile, plenty of support and fully pumped up.
Dos partidos nada más. Estamos perdiéndonos muchos días importantes con nuestra familia allí. Recordadlo para el partido. Y nada, a la afición de Brasil espero que animen a España, que sé que quieren una final España-Brasil, pero todo pasa por ganar Chile. ¡Vamos a España!
Estoy súper orgullosa de ti. Dalo todo, que te estaremos viendo desde casa.
Y quédate que aunque las cosas no te salgan como deberían, siempre sigues en pie y eso sí que te define como persona.
A decirte que te queremos mucho y que nos hemos echado con los
¿Lo echamos qué?
de menos.
Mucho de menos. Aquesta és l'estelma de la sort, a dels teus grans moments. Avui a les 10 l'encendrem.
Te estaré viendo con mis amigas. Te quiero.
Mar, toda la familia te estará animando desde aquí, desde Barcelona.
Te echamos mucho de menos, pero podemos aguantar unos días más todavía.
Disfruta haciendo lo que más sabes.
Que te queremos un montón y a disfrutar.
Estamos orgullosos.
Verte, mi niño, te vale mucho.
Espero que ganéis. Un abrazo y un besito. Estamos muy orgullosos de todos.
Traernos nuestra copa de vuelta.
Te pasas molt amb tu.
Venga por todos, Jesús con tus apps.
Sigue demostrando que eres el mejor, tanto dentro del campo como fuera.
Tot envio aquest vídeo amb la coseta que més estimes en el món per donar-te força.
Dale a tope, tío, y vamos a por esa victoria de hoy.
Que sois muy buenos, que metemos vosotros mismos y traed la Copa de España.
Gracias por lo que nos estáis haciendo disfrutar.
Estáis dejando a España donde se merece. ¡Os queremos!
Spain also follow suit. Chile against Spain, the first of the big semi-finals. A road to the Allianz Parque. It's getting closer and closer for one of these sides. Final on Saturday. We're very, very close to that one as well. What a night for one of these sides. Two teams who deserve to be where they are now, Anthony.
Yeah, this is the Chilean lineup right here. A few players we can point out. Everything that Chile do offensively goes through the number 10 right there, Mati Vidangosi. He was extraordinary against Germany. He's going to try to be extraordinary now against another European side.
Have they got it in them, Chile, to beat the Europeans who were spectacular in the last game against the USA?
Yeah, a very balanced team for Spain. If you look at this lineup right here, as many as 7 players have found the back of the net. So Pelaz, Cole, Lobato, Liñares, Planasnola, as well as Alex Martí. So this is a force to be reckoned with, Spain. 4 dominant victories in 4 matches for the Spaniards, keeping in mind the secret cards here can be used only between minutes 5 to 17 and 23 to 36. So basically the majority of the game.
Yeah, the cards, so important. Not only the cards, but when you use them as well.
Yeah, we saw there DJ Mario, Sparcito, Adri Contreras. DJ Mario who's 2 for 2, Sparcito 1 for 1. Adri Contreras 0 for 1 from the presidential penalty spot. You saw Pedro Canales there, 1 for 3. His first presidential penalty was scored in the previous game against Germany.
Yeah, it's going to be a slightly different style as well when Donoso's out there. We'll talk about that in a second.
The audience has decided the 1 versus 1. Chile, number 80, Matias Rojas. Spain, number 21, Carles Planas.
Yeah, well, so Rojas is going to start the scale up, John. Sorry.
Yep, you have spoken.
For Spain.
I was about to say with Donoso, when he's out there, he's got that kind of bulky figure, a nice pivotal point for Chile as well. So different style from these two sides.
5,
Spain more silky skills,
3,
Chile with a bit more muscle at times. Chile in their white kit tonight. Spain and that's Orojo, the red, as they get set to race from the goal lines. Here we go then, first semi-final of the night. It's a big one. Spain have to edge it, Anthony, but can Chile come through here?
Yeah, off to a good start with first possession here. Nice work there from Rojas to get his body in the way.
We're going to find out if Chile can make an immediate impact. Mateus, little layoff. This man here, so important. Mateus Herrera, good initial first stop. Eloy with only 1 goal to his name. And Mateus, room to shoot. Doesn't pull the trigger. Instead, it's down to his keeper, who slots it home. Mateus Herrera strikes first. The keeper, who has been so impressive as he moves to 6 goals.
Yeah, he is now the goalkeeper with the most goals in the competition. What a left-footed low laser there to drive it into the far corner. Good start for Chile.
Silly doors, and Spain can respond quickly. Want to respond quickly. Eloy, as I said, just the 1 goal for him. Planas gets nowhere near it because he's on this near side. The ball never reached him. Already an extra player for each side. Mexico then, Chile rather, striking first. Mexico to come next against the host, Brazil. Eloy. Options to his right, he goes that way. Spain, thwarted so far. Vives. Haven't seen a lot of him so far. Eloy will have a go, and it fails to dip. Mexico, said that twice now, and Chile continue to lead. Mexico on my mind because they face Brazil in the next match.
Yeah, I can tell you're looking forward to that game, John. Quick feet there from Eloy. That was the right idea, but to get it right from there, the finish really has to be perfect. It would have been a golazo if that ball went in.
And Chile. Confident start from them. It has to be as well against this fabulous Spanish side. Now this is promising, but it's taken too long. Get your thoughts into us, of course, on the chat. Let us know where you're watching from, your predictions, especially for tonight.
Yeah, the referee there is the Brazilian William Trufelli. He's in charge of the whistle.
Spain patient. Ball. Planas out to Cole, familiar position for the number 10. Lay off to Eloy. And has a pot shot himself and turned away with ease in the end by this man here, Mateus Herrera. Not the biggest of keepers, but well positioned.
Both of these Spanish goalkeepers still goalless. Huge shout out to our folks in Macedonia, Pavel joining us, and Dennis the Menace is back.
Our regular. Spain could have gone to the far side. It was not far off target in the end, took a slight nick on its way in. First of the semi-finals then. A road to the Allianz Parque, home to Palmeiras, is just around the corner. But which one of these two sides will be booking their place this evening? Again, good footwork, good balance. Likewise from Cole. Tries to create that little bit of space for himself. Needs to release, and it is turned in. It's turned just wide though. Spain have been patient. They know they have the ability to pick their way through, but Lobato was just off target.
Yeah, these first few minutes, John, I'm really enjoying the defensive diligence here from Spain. They're not giving, or rather from Chile, excuse me, they're not giving the Spaniards room to work the ball.
Yeah, we're both having problems with Chile tonight. Which is ball played over the top. Too much on it on that occasion. Just the one goal then scored by Herrera early on for Chile.
Let us know, ladies and gentlemen, where you're watching the game from and who you're rooting for. We got our viewers in Mexico, in Saudi Arabia, in Algeria.
Lobato. Cole Azeva down the middle.
Keeping in mind, Spain do not have Nico Santos, the number 7, who picked up the red card in the previous game.
We're going to see how vital that could be. It's well on back. Now Mexico tried to race Chile. I'll get it right one day. Chile tried to race forward and can do so here. They don't want to concede another so early, Spain. More players into the fray. Now, there was a break on there for the Spaniards momentarily. I don't get it.
Yeah, starting now up until minute 17, the teams can use the secret cards, the presidential penalties. Just one goal, John. So, of course, there's a long ways to go. But this game started off with the characteristics of a low-scoring game. Hopefully that's not the case, because we always like a back-and-forth battle.
Early doors again. Chile. Very competent at the back so far. That's a wonderful little layoff. Keeper thought about coming forward, doesn't do so. Araya needs support, doesn't find any. Ball down the centre. Beautifully taken down by Delaz. And then he couldn't quite control it. And Mati, the man we talked about, driving forward, a characteristic run from him. Can't quite pick out Donoso. Game now just starting to go up a gear. Guti hasn't really had a chance to move forward. He's got space down his near side. Won't make that run. Angles have been closed down. Spain seeing a lot of the ball. Sorano, who was instrumental as well, needs to get rid of it and does so. And our referee reaches for his whistle for the first time. Played on quickly. A long way out. That's more in the neck and the face than the rest of the body from Herrera. Spain tapping on the front door. Trailing here by 1.
Yeah, it's a lovely finish there from Oscar Cole. The number 10, there he is again.
Oh, that's great footwork. That's a great defensive challenge as well. Chile can't quite break. It was Luna who got his toe in. It's already shaping up to be an intriguing battle here. The artistry of Spain and Chile, not only with their own capabilities, their tenacity and skills, but digging in defensively.
Yeah, Chile doing an excellent job in closing down those spaces. They are not allowing Spain to venture into that final third. That's why Spain have been taking pot shots from range. This is a good strategy. The question is, for how long can Chile keep this up?
Yeah, we saw Kata parking the bus. Lobato favoured that left foot. Cole tries the flick. Won't quite break. Soriano again was well positioned. I'm going to get there. Oh, denied. Stopped by a man next door. Too quick, too quick.
Yeah, I think this is the second time in the competition that the ball has made its way towards us.
I was about to head that as well. It was heading right onto the head. I was going to go bam. Couldn't quite manage it.
Huge shout out to our friends at UNICEF. They work in over 190 countries to protect and improve the lives of the most vulnerable children, ensuring health, education, and protection from violence, conflict, and poverty.
In 2025, Kings Leader and UNICEF joined forces to promote key causes, as this one is slammed away. And also, such as mental health, gender equality, and digital rights, supporting UNICEF's flexible funding so it can act quickly and where it's needed most. Spain on the go. Well covered again by Luna. He's popped up at just the right time, the right place for Chile. Spain struggling to break down their opponents and almost do so there off the inside of the post. The Spanish are claiming the goal. It's going to be looked at.
Yeah, what a brilliant left-footed laser there from Nola. Had that ball gone in, John, it would have been one of the goals of the tournament.
Herrera, well beaten, can only turn his neck, but it did not cross the line, nowhere near in fact, and Noya had to pull the trigger from a way out. That is how good defensively Chile have been so far. Spain, well, even Spain, very patient, and then those quick movements, that ability to get away from their opponents, which has unlocked so many tight defences. Again, great movement from the side in red. Again, great defensive work. Mati on the far side for Chile.
Yeah, what we're seeing right now, John, is I think what we're going to see throughout the majority of the game is Spain exchanging passes as per their characteristic, as we see Arturo Vidal in his Colo-Colo gear with traditional number 23, and Chile playing more defensively, just looking to strike on the counterattacks. If Chile want to pack a punch on the counterattacks, Araya, the number 21, and Nacho Herrera, the number 28, are the men to look out for on the South American side.
Chile again well organised, not sitting too deep as well. Maybe lines of 2, 2 and 2, but so far it's working. Guti. Again, the way Spain can just knock this ball around so quickly while being patient and looking for those little openings has always been impressive.
Yeah, 10.5 minutes, John. 10 minutes and counting, just one goal. This is definitely one of the most low-scoring games of the competition thus far, and a very even contest.
Tactically, Chile spot on. Guti goes round one, and it's 3 white shirts around him, and you can see why when he comes in the final third at pace, you can't touch him, because you know he's going to go down. It's momentum some of the time. He's also looking for it, if we're going to be honest, but he's a force.
Yeah, always, you see him on the bottom section of your screen right now, always a constant disruption on this left-hand side. Keep letting us know where you're watching the game from, if you're enjoying the broadcast.
Soriano sees it picked off. Mati, this is a typical run from him. And he feeds his team at his side, netting in the air, but it's so powerful. You just can't stop it. No one seems to be able to get hold of Chile's number 10, just racing through.
You used a word there, John, powerful. From that play right there, you can tell that Chile are powerful on the counterattack. So far, Chile, the better side. They deserve to be in the lead.
A narrow 1-goal advantage. Against Spain unhurried. It's a long, long way to go here. But it's an intriguing battle. Neuer. Just run out of space in the end, the number 30. And the seconds are ticking down already. 12 minutes gone in this first semi-final of the night. The road to the Allianz Parque is getting ever closer. Guti will go round, will pick up pace, drives it in, it's wonderfully done. That is Spain all over. Alish, who hopped up in exactly the right place at the right time after that run from Guti. Suddenly, Spain unlocking Chile's door.
Yeah, Alex Martin, second goal for him. Back-to-back goals in back-to-back games. Scored against the USA as well. He's the number 92 because 92% of that goal belonged to Guti on that run. What acceleration down that left wing. So impressive.
Yeah, again, it's the patience, isn't it? They just don't lose the self-belief, the self-control as this one is whipped down. Donoso's layoff. Guti there on defensive duties. And here comes Spain now, racing forward here. Does it stay in? The referee says no. Vives couldn't quite control it. Alish popping up down the centre. We normally see him kind of running down the left-hand channel when Guti's not out there, but the two are combining exceptionally well to bring Spain level. Tight, Anthony, very tight.
Yeah, almost 14 minutes on the clock. 2 goals split right down the middle. One of the reasons why Spain plays so well, why these players have so much chemistry and understanding, is because Porcinos is the backbone of this team, right? 7, 8 players at least play for Porcinos as well, the main team in Kings League Spain, and they're representing the national side here in Brazil. So even if a certain player is not looking at his teammate, he knows exactly where he is.
Oh, that's dangerous. That's a dangerous ball now. Will they pay for it? Well, in the end, it's smothered. A rare mistake from the Chile backline, and Anthony as well. One of those kind of schoolboy, schoolgirl errors. You never play it into your own area when you're trying to clear it.
Yeah, it's better for you to kick it out the sideline than to do something like that.
Donoso, nice little layoff.
You know, if I were Donoso in that situation, John, you know what I would have done?
You're going to tell us?
Bicycle kick. I would attempt the acrobatics. Why not? I know he's 39 years of age, but in that situation, why not?
Not sure that's his forte. He's the kind of layoff man at the moment, but here he is again. Shoulders that one very well. Such a solid unit. I've said that a few times about a number of players, but it's good to have occasionally, as well as the quick feet, tight angle. Donoso can't quite get there in time, but this is a good spell here from Chile as it went under the foot of Luna. And Spain finally get hold of the ball. Tight and intriguing. 15 minutes gone. Yeah, first semi of the night.
Yeah, Donoso, the number 9, the striker, the guy up top, still looking for his first goal of the competition. It's always very bad for a striker when you can't find the back of the net. But I think looking to change that today. He's still playing professionally in Chile in the 2nd division.
Yeah, different role as well, isn't he? He's the kind of the layoff man, the linchpin down the middle. So he's doing his part for his side. Okay, the goals aren't necessarily there, as this one is hit straight at Herrera. Elaz again from a long way out, but going back to Donoso again. That layoff man holds the ball up well. Let's see what he does now. There's the chest down, there's the layoff. That's why he's there. It's hard to shrug off the ball. Spain have a man down, and the referee has seen it.
Yeah, it's also very impressive how Spain can regroup defensively. You saw it on the counter-attack there. Chile were venturing forward, and in quick fashion, Spain were able to get men back. From the way things are playing out so far, as we're getting closer to minute 17, John, it looks like this game is really going to come down to how long Chile can hold on defensively, and of course the presidential penalties and the secret card. DJ Mario for Spain is a formidable penalty taker. He's 2 for 2. Pedro Canales not that good. So in that aspect, in the blue card, Spain might have a slight advantage. Speaking of advantage, it's always an advantage here in booth number 7. Once we have our acai, hopefully it'll be on its way soon after this shout out to our buddies at The Best Acai. Break 3. for John and I, and of course Jamie, who's one of the refs here of the competition, right with us in the booth. Always a pleasure to have Jamie joining us from Belfast, Northern Ireland. I remember Northern Ireland did the Euros in 2012, I believe, or 2016.
And more importantly for me, the snacks have arrived as well.
Yep.
Stalemate here between Chile and Spain. We are approaching what could be a key moment in this game. That 17-minute mark, no cards used, no president penalties. I think that's probably right with it being so tight. It's going to be interesting, Anthony, to see what happens should Spain take the lead.
Yeah, the next 180 seconds, we're going to have the goal ×2 mode. My expectation, John, I'm looking at the Trident Arena right now, starting to get somewhat packed ahead of this game, Brazil versus Mexico, but I expect the Spanish to kind of pull back on the throttle, to kind of put the pedal to the metal in these next few minutes to try and get at least a 3-1 lead. So are Chile going to be able to hang on?
For me, the key point is always straight after the break, when I like to see 2 outfield players. You prefer 3. The dice dictates, of course, we are 3 minutes at least away from there.
Huge shout out to Mickey, who's joining us all the way from Dallas, Texas, rooting for Chile. So there's Noya. So I'm getting it wrong the entire competition. You're getting it right, John. It's not Nola, it's Noya. There we go.
And I would take the applause. I kind of, double L.
That was very humble of me, huh? That was humble of me.
I'm impressed. Spain then. Change of ball. Every goal now counts double. And we know how much finding the net now can dictate the way a game works out. And the patience again from Spain. And Chile have been very resolute, very solid at the back without sitting back too much, as Qatar did against Spain. Spain finally wore them down. Chile just a little bit more adventurous. It's very congested. Oh, that is great footwork. The delivery inside the area from Noya. Have to rub that one in just a little bit. Wasn't quite that good on that moment, but still top class.
Yeah, we see Chile with a little bit more of a defensive formation, John. No Donoso. Itura and Carlos Gonzalez stepped in, the number 23 and 30, who were great ball winners.
Yeah, we talk about triangles. It's more like a little kind of extended square from the side in red. This is Guti. I know how dangerous he's been, but he's not had the chance, apart from the equalising goal, to race at that Chile backline. For me, that makes a difference. When he's in a standing position, he's not quite so effective. When he's tearing down the wing, he really is one to look out for.
And that is because Chile are also very effective in parking the bus, right? That has to be taken into account as well.
I think Chile have been taking the time here, just looking when they can possibly break. As I said, not as negative as Qatar were. It's still in the balance. We've got just over a minute for one of these sides to, or both sides, to find the net, and it would make a difference. It's a first time delivery, and it sails just off target from the man we were talking about moments ago.
Yeah, Alex Guti. One thing that's important to point out, John, we're not going to lie to our viewers. Of course, this is not the most exciting game in the world, but you have to look at it this way. This is a Chilean masterclass on defending. Whenever a Spanish player gets the ball, there is a Chilean who, right after that control, gets on top of him. So it's going to come down to how long Chile are going to be able to hold on to this strategy, because it's very physically demanding.
Oh, good balance. It's too congested, and now Chile can break here if they want to. They dally in possession too much. Yeah, for me, it's an intriguing contest so far. You get like low-scoring games and you think, oh God, this is a bit dull. This is not bad. I think it's a test of nerves, a test of tactics. And as you say, can Chile hold on? I think they've done a pretty good job so far. As soon as I say that, they mess it up. Seconds remaining. Can Spain squeeze off a shot? They're going to get an excellent chance here. A very good chance as our ref steps in. 20 minutes have gone, but we've got a free kick to Spain.
Falta, okay? Vamos.
Yeah, just 2 goals, John. A very low-scoring half.
Pelaz. Well, it's a little bit of a touch there from Carlos Gonzalez. The referee deemed it to be enough. Now, can Spain profit? For my money, slightly further forward than when they positioned it. Well, also, nothing is pennies worth. I think you said you want a card. If not, take a few steps back. So, I forgot, you know, something we see in Brazilian football all the time, the magic spray, of course. There's no magic spray out there, is there?
No
the officials use.
Maybe because the spray might damage the turf.
Yeah, with the assistant referees or the assistant refs, magic spray. Nothing out there.
5 men on that Chilean wall. Not much of an angle here for Pelaz.
And of course, it's not 10 yards as well.
He's got a great right foot, this guy. 3 goals in the competition.
Pelaz to hit it straight into the wall. And that will be it for the first half. Then low scoring here between Chile, who took the lead with their goalkeeper Herrera Alish getting on the end of a Guti cross. All to play for in the second half. We're going to hear from the benches in just a second, but Anthony, what do you make of it so far?
Yeah, one of the most low-scoring games of the competition. Before I give my analysis, let's have a look at the captain's take for Chile and Spain. What DJ Mario, what Pedro Canales, what Suarcito, what Adri Contreras, what Chilao have to say about these first 20 minutes of playing time.
Oye, ese señor. ¿Y ese señor Arturo?
Ah, verdad. Ya. ¿Me estoy escuchando? ¡Vamos, Chile, mierda! ¡Vamos, muchachos! ¡Vamos, vamos! ¡Vamos, que todo Chile cree en ustedes! ¡Vamos, vamos! Acuérdense de su familia, acuérdense de todo el trabajo que hemos hecho. ¡Vamos, Chile, que somos mucho más equipo! ¡Vamos, Chile! ¡CHI! ¡Ele! ¡Chi, chi, chi! ¡Le, le, le! ¡Viva Chile! ¡Vamos, mierda! ¡Vamos, Chile! ¡Vamos! ¡A callar boca! ¡Vamos! Me estoy escuchando en el estadio. Me estoy escuchando en el estadio. DJ Mario, no es DJ. DJ Mario, no es DJ.
See if you can pick up on the bench.
Por eso tira recto para ir a por él, como si quisieras pasar por dentro. ¿Me entiendes o no? Y luego se te va a meter y ya encontrarás. Si no, hazle una elástica, una croqueta. Eso es. Cuando el balón vuela, las vueltas que sean buenas, que el cabrón esté muy bien, ¿eh?
Estamos en pantalla, chicos. ¿Qué decir, no? Hemos empezado mal el partido, en el escalado, perdiendo. Así empezamos contra Brasil y así empezamos muchas veces, pero el equipo está jugando mucho mejor. Estamos manteniendo la posesión, estamos teniendo las ocasiones, estamos teniendo dobles palos, pero el balón no quiere entrar. Vamos a ver si en el dado conseguimos demostrar que somos un equipo muy superior. No sé qué opina Adri.
Estamos sometiendo a Chile y si seguimos así vamos a ganar. Confiamos a muerte en ellos. Están a poquitos minutos de darnos una alegría y llegar a esa final y confiamos en ellos a muerte. Lo están haciendo muy bien y mejor lo van a hacer.
A seguir con cojones y polla, va.
Venga, va. Cojones y polla.
Vamos, Españita, vamos, vamos, vamos.
Bueno, pues...
Well, lots of vamos, let's goes.
Now time for the dice moment. John Nellis will be in charge of it, the famous YouTuber who is currently on a quest to meet Neymar. I believe it's not going to happen today because last I heard Neymar will not be coming to the Trident Arena. There he is. To decide how the first 3 minutes of the second half will be played.
What is the magic number? Your favorite?
My favorite, John. 2v2 for the first 3 minutes of the second half. I think the second half, 99% will be more exciting than the first because we start off 2v2 and both teams have the presidential penalties and the secret cards, so hopefully things will loosen up.
Yeah, this is where it's going to explode. Right this moment in these 1v1, 2v2, 3v2. 3 situations. This is where the game will take off, and it's absolutely essential for Chile to try to keep a stranglehold on Spain. Guti away. Can he release the trigger? Tries to dink it over. Again, every time he gets into that final third, 95% of the time he goes to ground. So, outfield player for Spain. These are the key moments. Spain momentarily with just one player. Neuer, short from him. Villares, haven't seen a lot from him. This is Neuer. Heavy first touch, and again, Chile effective. Luna.
Yeah, really good job there from Luna to get his leg in the way, disrupt the trajectory of the pass. Here comes Spain again.
This is where Spain really have to turn it on and break through, and they do so, and they take the lead for the first time. And Villares. Spain in front, and now Chile chasing the match.
Yeah, Villares has got a great right foot. That's the right foot that won the game against Brazil on match day 1.
These are the moments which will set the tone for the rest of his semi-final encounter. An opportunity for Chile to get themselves back in it. Nacho. Loads of time, loads of space, and wonderfully set up, and Nacho immediately brings the two sides level.
Yeah, that assist from Mate Vidangosi was just incredible. He's got ice running through his veins. To have the intelligence, the confidence, and the vision to see your teammate wide open there on the left is something very, very difficult, believe me. Mate now 8 assists.
So hard when you're out there on your own as a defending player. Trying to cover the goalkeeper, trying to cover the other attacker. Did he pull the trigger? Well, Spain do anyway. I thought Neuer could have gone for it. And this is, as we've said, this is where the goals go in. And they go in so easily.
Yeah, the second half off to a good start. Neuer is going to pick up his 8th goal of the competition. Chile now with basically 40 seconds to try and level it.
And it's so important for Chile to do exactly that. They don't want to be chasing the game against the Spanish. Well, these two have combined very well. And Nacho in on goal, and Nacho does it again! That combination so effective.
Yeah, Nacho Herrera, cool, calm, and collected in front of goal. Lovely placement here. Didn't have the lane for the pass, but certainly had the space for the goal.
Spain wanting to reply immediately, want to retake the lead. Neuer does so. They make it look all so easy. It's a ding-dong battle here. And we're going to go to 7 against 7. So that goal, Anthony, was timely from the Spanish perspective.
Yeah, it really all comes down to who makes the most of these situations. Spain have the edge here. This was really a masterclass on how to execute those 2v2 scenarios. Right now, Spain, by just one goal, both teams can activate the secret cards and the precedent penalties. Spain are better on the ball. They have more quality, but these Chilean players, they have a lot of experience. Many of these players have played in the top divisions all across South America. They want to replicate what they did against Germany in the second half against Spain.
Great run from, that's a wonderful finish as well. This is what he's all about. Absolutely spectacular from a Chile number 10. He is unstoppable when he has the ball at his feet, and it just picked his spot. And like that, Chile are back on level terms.
Yeah, what a right-footed finish there. Tuck it into the corner. A sensational goal from Mate Vidangosi. You know, John, after what I saw yesterday and today from this guy, I think he could be a strong candidate for MVP of the entire tournament.
You were just reading my mind. I was thinking exactly the same thing.
I'm glad we're on the same frequency, my friend. So many days doing this. About time that we're connected that way.
But these knockout games, this quarter-final, a semi-final, is when they really quality players step up, and Chile's number 10 has done exactly that. He's been magnificent. So, Anthony, are you a little bit happier now we've got 4 goals.
Yes, I am. Well, 8 goals.
Well, 4 goals aside.
Yeah.
And Chile, the confident. Well, actually trying it on. Layoff was great. Can Chile restore the lead? Too many red shirts there. We have a battle on our hands. It's a long way out of a chip, not quite working for Vives on that occasion.
A huge shout out to Nora Delaney, who's joining us all the way from California. She's rooting for Matias Herrera. Matias Herrera's like,
Spain win it back, drilled across. The footwork was decent enough, but again, Chile digging in to deny Pelaz on that occasion. Ball over the top, and it's not picked up, and there's a collision. A brave stop from the keeper initially. Referee was clear-sighted. Spain, though, will have plenty of complaints to make.
You know, lucky for Chile, because if you make that sort of earlier mistake against a side like Spain, they will most likely punish you.
That is painful. And I wonder that collision there, because he may have been able to get the ball as well as he raced in Planas, and it was clattered into. I just wonder. It looked very painful just there. I wonder if they're going to bring this one back.
Yeah, ouch. You do not want to be Planas in this sort of situation. Mati Herrera just comes charging into the number 21. He got the ball first, but then he just bulldozed the Spanish opponent.
It's the way the leg was caught as well, and the knee, and that was painful.
Yeah, it's always very serious and worrying when there's an issue with your knee. I tore my ACL, and I know that the recovery process is not easy, my friend. Hopefully it's nothing serious with Planas. The issue there is with his left knee.
The referee say there's no replay on this one as we look back at some of the highlights of this game so far.
Huge shout out to, as I was saying, Nora Delaney, joining us all the way from California. She's rooting for Matias Herrera, probably because Matias Herrera is a goalkeeping coach at a community college in Saratoga County, California. We got Hassan joining us all the way from Turkey, saying Turkey needs to be back in the Kings World Cup. Remember that at the Nations in Italy last year, Turkey did face Brazil. Brazil destroyed Turkey 12-4. Up until that game against the Italians, that was the biggest win for the Brazilians at a Kings World Cup of Nations. We have viewers as well in Portugal joining us from Portugal.
It's available in Portuguese, these transmissions, but always good to have the Portuguese. But it looks worse every time you see it, that challenge. This man outstanding. Outstanding. Did it just clip the knee of Soriano? This is good to see. He's back on his feet, but I think he needs to take a little bit of a breather. Game in the balance here, 25 minutes gone. Where's our chum from Uzbekistan? We've got Dennis the Menace is out there.
Dennis the Menace is here. Our viewers from Uzbekistan have not yet checked in, or maybe they're watching us, they just haven't said anything in the chat. If you're watching us from Uzbekistan, let us know. Planas has walked off. That goal we showed you earlier there from Mati Vidangossi, John, not only the most beautiful goal of the 8 we've had so far, but the most important one for Chile. Right at minute 23 to get level really boosts your confidence.
Well, Herrera escaping any kind of sanction, which is probably right, although could Planas have got the ball had it not been smashed into, but no malice at all from the Chile keeper, and this contest, this intriguing battle continues, and it is so hard to separate these two teams. Still no cards so far, no presidential penalties. How important will they be? Spain favourites coming into this one. Brazil and Mexico looking on. The final is on Saturday. Referee allows play on. Good refereeing.
Yeah, Mexico will be looking to pull off the upset. John, one thing I wanted to point out, Spain, of course, for this game, the favourites. I don't think people were expecting to see Chile 4, Spain 4, 26 minutes into the game. This match is wide open.
Yeah, two teams who were in action yesterday evening, of course, so fitness a big factor. But they've both played, so it's a level playing field. Heavy touch from Guti on that occasion.
Many of these players have played for the youth divisions of the Chilean national team. But the number 3 there, Christian Vilches, you're going to look out for him. He's the only one, I believe, who played for the senior Chilean national team.
Now here comes Spain in numbers. Cole, a little bit of heavy. Again, the man you just mentioned, getting him a challenge.
Yeah, that's the guy with the touch there, a clinical one, very important.
Yeah, Anthony Wells is always on the ball. You can guarantee that, apart from the occasional pronunciation error. But he gets 99.9% of it right.
Yeah, I'll take that, my friend. That's good enough for me. Less than 99.9%. Depends on the day of the week. We're closing in on Friday, so you can tell my mood is a little bit lighter.
It's been quite a long tournament, hasn't it? Since 2nd of January for us. A reminder, as if you need reminding, Mexico, Brazil coming up directly after this one. Might be going for a while, of course. There's no cards so far, no presidential penalties. Are we heading for a shootout as well? It's a long, long way as that one smashes into the ceiling.
My mood's a little bit lighter, John, because tomorrow we have the day off, right? Keeping in mind the final is only on Saturday. Tomorrow, no games. Tomorrow we actually have a press conference at the Allianz Parque, where the final will be played on Saturday. So, if you want to join the press conference from wherever you're watching us around planet Earth, you are more than welcome.
Training day for the big final.
A huge shout out to our viewers in the Netherlands, saying unfortunately we are not in the semis.
Yeah, I think I liked watching the Dutch side, but I think as Herrera could only chest it out, they found their level, didn't they? Good in shootouts, great to watch, but couldn't quite match it.
Yeah, the Netherlands lost to the United States in the last chance.
And meanwhile, Spain, patient as ever. But little to choose now. We've got a sound, an interesting sound in the background. Our first secret card of this contest. Here comes Spain.
Yeah, the first 2 secret cards of the night, 1 on each end. I wonder what they are.
Good dribbling skills. Has he got a finish? Just knocked away. Nacho picking up pace. Secret card time. Are these the moments which swing this match?
This is Casemiro Miguel, the internet sensation in Brazil, the man at the very top of Gazette TV. He's at the Trident Arena for the first time in the competition. He's going to be at the final, of course.
Making his debut now.
Double goal.
Secret card.
Good card to have.
Double goal.
Very good card.
Keeping in mind, if Spain have a joker, they can steal that double goal from the Chileans.
Well, I know what I'd do with that suspension card. Taking number 19.
Secret card.
So Spain have the double goal. Or rather, Chile have the double goal, but they're going to be playing a man down for the next 4 minutes. There he is, Ezequiel Luna. This is the former schoolmate of Lionel Messi way back in the day in Rosario, former Tenerife player in the La Liga.
Why didn't they take Mate off?
Yeah, some of these strategies, I'm being honest with you, John, I don't understand. That would not be my decision.
That's an interesting move. Will it pay dividends? Or will it blow up in Spain's faces? This is Nacho, squeezes in his shot. Can't quite get over it, but yeah, I would have gone for Mate immediately with that kind of card. Again, it's the rub of the green, isn't it? It might not be the card that many of those teams want. Penalties, of course, joker cards, fabulous. That one. Spain on the ball. Guti hasn't had a chance to run it. Gets one now. Aleix on the far side will set it up, and Chile almost shooting themselves in the foot there. Herrera managed to recover, but only just. Been so dangerous and knocking that ball down that left-hand side, finding a way through, and it almost worked well.
Yeah, how close was that to becoming an own goal? Chile saved by the medal. They're almost a mistake from Matias Sena, who's the guy you wouldn't expect to do something like that.
Chile backing off Spain. Aleix looking for options. Been more involved as Spain have progressed in this tournament. And they move it again sweetly, but they can't get the finish. Herrera outstanding to deny Pelaz. Well, that's how quick Spain can find an opening.
How about that acrobatic bicycle kick, though, from Vilches, the experienced Vilches, to get that ball out of trouble.
Yeah, your style of play as well with the bicycle kick. Again, Spain trying to find those little pockets of spaces. Again, Chile outstanding. It's a heavy touch from Guti. But also heavy touch from him. Spain get it back quickly. Goes round the long way, the number 16. Down the centre is missed by Neuer of all people. But again, Chile keep coughing it up. Played out wide. Quick ball down the centre. Spain can't quite get the shooting boots on. And a rifle shot from Donoso goes wide. We talked about Guti going down inside the area. He went down again.
Impressive, though, how Chile have been able to hang on, right? It's very difficult to play against Spain 7v7. Imagine playing 6v7. So another 1 minute and 43 seconds in this scenario, keeping in mind if Chile score within that time frame, double goals, and that, John, would set this match ablaze without a doubt.
Let's see this incident.
Oh, this might be enough for a PK, my friend.
And Matti, the man we praise so much, again, he's just so dangerous, Guti, as well. You can't touch him in the final third. This is a big moment here.
Yeah, just might be a penalty. I don't think it is.
It's waved away. But a hearts and mouths moment for Chile and their supporters. Again, Spain dominating the possession, patient of course, but it's still poised. Oh, that's given away now. Chile quickly smothered. This is the problem here. A man down, of course. They don't have that many white shirts in the final attacking third, and it was easily mopped up.
Dennis has a good question right now. He's asking us, does the Chile penalty from the president count as double goal? The answer is no. If it did, of course, they would activate that presidential penalty right away.
Yeah, there's some advantages the cards give, but not always. Driven across the area and side-footed into the back of the net. The patience pays off. Pilaz pulling that ball into the back of the net. He took his time as well. This is how Spain do it.
Yeah, you said it all, John. Patience pays off. It's Pilaz, right place, right time, right touch. He slides it into that side net. Spain have the edge.
And it was a wonderful little finish as well. He made it look so easy, but he had to steer it between two white shirts and the keeper to put it into that bottom corner. Another crunching challenge on Guti. Chile just need to be careful. They've been excellent, the side in white. Defensively, they've shown what they can do up front as well. But they've ridden their luck just a little bit in the last few minutes. Wonderful turn, wonderful shot. Well, maybe not the shot, but the pass to Pelez, who's suddenly cropped up in important positions. Another player to watch. Good ball out. Let's say that's a decent enough layoff. Eloy hasn't been tested that much in the last maybe 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah, in the next few minutes, John, we're going to get the presidential penalties. I think DJ Mario is going to take it for Spain.
Yeah, this is the time. This is the time now where you use those penalties to good advantage. So either come back or just rub it in a little bit more, because that clock is ticking away. I think Soriano's been one of the kind of unsung heroes. Spain, this is where they're dangerous. Tight angle. I see a little bit goal hungry on that occasion, a little bit selfish, but Spain keep winning these 50-50 balls now and just started to run Chile a little bit more ragged. 34 gone.
Presidential penalty on the Spanish side. Yeah, I believe Martí just a little bit selfish there. He had a man running wide open on that far post. Not quite sure the shot was the right decision.
Vives again. Pelaz. Vives trying to get a little challenge in. Nowhere for Chile to go. And that might be a yellow card. Or is it? The referee seems to be backing away at the moment. There he is. It's a good time, Anthony, as well, isn't it, to use this card when you have that little bit of an edge.
Yes, DJ Mario pointed to Spursito. I don't think Adri Contreras is going to take it, because when he took it, it was just a horrible penalty he missed. I think it's between DJ Mario and Sporcito, but in a game as close as this, if I'm Spain, I would have your best guy to take it, and that would be DJ Mario. It might be Adri Contreras, after all. No, it's going to be Sporcito. I can see, yeah, there he is, the number 9.
Yeah, the little Spurs fan, as we nicknamed him. Doesn't look like a baller, does he? However, he produced a fine finish.
Presidential penalty for Chile as well. Comes down to the goalkeepers at this point.
He's got his boots off, Anthony. We've asked the question before, what is the advantage of taking your boots off? Let us know on chat what you think about it. Why on earth would you take your boots off? Is he going to pay? Because this is big. Very big here for Spain. It's a wonderful one-handed stop. It was hit with power, but that was a magnificent one-handed save.
Spain has squandered their presidential penalty. Chile have the chance to go level right now. A powerful finish from Sporcito, but Mati Ejeda went the right way. I think with this save, John, Mati Ejeda is the candidate for goalkeeper of the tournament. This guy is just so good.
Strong arm on that left as well. And it was a decent enough penalty, but any penalty that doesn't go in, you're going to say is a bit rubbish. But it was hit well enough. Keeper guessing right, stuck out that left paw, and is strong enough to turn it away. Key moment in this game.
This is a great semi-final game, John. For everyone watching at home, you are watching a great game, especially in the second half. I'm really enjoying myself here at the Trident Arena.
We've got a penalty to come. Are we heading for a shootout here? We weren't impressed with size in the shootout at the weekend, we have to say. It took forever. Spain, no. A penalty, presidential penalty is coming up shortly, and that could be trouble.
Yeah, we have the presidential penalty soundtrack. It's going to be El Coloro. Pedro Canales is going to try and go 2 for 4. Or is it going to be...
Nacho has the ball, so
yeah, it's going to be a shootout.
City.
Yeah, they have that option as well.
When a president is in the building, they have to take it. Our chum is back.
You know what this means? Well,
it means it's Wolf time.
It just scared me. Scared the life out of me.
It means it's Wolf time. He's here with us to see this. He's here to see Brazil play very shortly, and he's up for it. Big moments here coming up. Now, can he steer it in? He can! Keeps it low. Keeper so annoyed with himself because he went between his legs. But a fine and cool finish from Nacho. And it's 5 against 5. And there are only around 50 seconds remaining in this part.
Yeah, from the looks of it, John, we just might get a shootout. Let's be honest here. This wasn't the best finish from Nacho Ejeda, but luck is also a part of the game. Went right underneath the goalkeeper, back of the net, still counts. 10 goals, split right down the middle.
Far closer than anyone would have imagined, but a goal now for either side will give them the edge. Driven across the area. Those seconds are ticking away. We are heading for Shootout City. Does that give an edge perhaps to Chile? Referee with his arm raised.
Chile are close, John, to stunning the world.
Very close. This one goes straight out. Spain don't want it. This is a miss. Thrown ball inside the area, and the 36-minute mark has come and gone. 5 apiece in what turned out to be a pulsating match between Chile and Spain. However, there's a lot more to come.
Yeah, first semi-final match, and you can already feel the adrenaline. Chile versus Spain. Any play can change everything in the shootout. And of course, John, reminds me of Fortnite.
It certainly does. Not just because of the logo of the Chile team has on the jersey.
Yeah.
Ha ha, no, wait for it. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, in Fortnite and Kings League, even when you're about to be eliminated, there's always a chance to bounce back and turn the score around. That tension until the very last second is really what makes us fall in love with both.
Completely, and if you want to keep that excitement going from Well,
No,
after
ya.
the match fortnight,
Linares
as
3,
most
Velas
everyone.
4.
Fast-paced reload matches,
Soriano
the battle
5.
royale
Hey.
keeps the tension
Vamos a
high
ganar.
until the
Vamos a
final
ganar.
storm
Sí,
circle. Check
dale,
out the link,
dale.
so don't miss anything. We're not reading the scripts.
We are not reading the script. Ha ha. John,
Very good, very good.
The pressure here is on Spain. They are the better team. The pressure is on them to win this. Chile are basically playing at home. We have more Chilean supporters. You're not a lot of them, but more Chileans than Spaniards. And Brazil, of course, would like that chance of a rematch against Spain, but they know that their life, if they beat Mexico, would be a little easier if they face these guys. What a run from Chile. I mean, these guys deserve to be in the final after what they have done thus far. No one expected Chile to be in a shootout against the mighty Spain in the semifinals of a Kings World Cup of Nations.
Well, tension is
La
mounting.
baliza, ok? La baliza. White, lá. Black, lá, ok? Lá. Sim? Agora quem começa, certo? White, stay. Black, stay. The black. Defender. Primeiro, sim. Defender, first, ok? Good luck, good luck. Começa a Espanha, ok?
Well, Spain starting statistically a side which goes first in a penalty shootout. For whatever reason, and no one is quite sure why, just seem to have an advantage. Will it work out that way now?
Moya is going to start us off for Spain.
You go with your strongest. Well, it's not a penalty, it's a shootout. You go with your best players, the ones you expect to give you the better chance first. At least that is the theory nowadays. So Neuer races forward and it stops! He's denied! Herrera again, magnificent, times the challenge to perfection.
Yeah, Neuer is complaining that the touch was outside of the box, but the referee, William Trufelli, gives him the thumbs up. It's good. Good for Chile, no good for Spain.
Is this going to be perhaps the biggest upset of a tournament? There's a long way to go. Now Nacho Herrera facing Eloy of Spain. Nacho, maybe first touch is heavy, second touch is better! Rounds the keeper! And Chile have their noses in front.
Yeah, just to his right, this guy has got ice running through his veins. He's got a hat trick, scores in the shootout. Nacho Herrera, the guy who won the second division with Universidad de Concepción in Chile not too long ago, has been instrumental for the South Americans.
Alish, as I ran it through the translator, it came out as Alish, so that's what I'm going for. He needs to find the net. Oh, well, that is interesting.
Yeah, the referee points to the spot. From the looks of it, John, it's going to be a penalty kick.
Yeah, bundled into and gets a card, Herrera.
Yeah, and this yellow card means he can no longer participate in the shootout. It's going to be the backup goalkeeper, Rodrigo Martinez, who is going to step in. This is a huge moment in the game. It could tip the scales in Spain's favor, most certainly.
You know, I can't recall seeing this guy out there for Chile. As you said, that is an absolutely massive moment. Alish, then it is a shootout, more of a traditional kind now. Let's see what the new keeper's made of. Well, oh, it's unfortunate for Spain. Off the crossbar. Chile, seemingly things going against them with the first choice keeper sent off. And Spain missed the target.
Yeah, the Panenka there was good enough to beat the goalkeeper, but not good enough to find the back of the net. This reminds me of Trezeguet in the final of the World Cup in 2006. Off the medal, Chile with Donoso can make it 2-0.
What kind of finish? Coming in from their centre forward. He's going to go right foot. He's going to blaze it wide.
You know, John, out of all the shootouts we've seen in this competition, That is probably one of the worst. This is just awful from Donoso. Come on, man. You gotta do better than this.
I think I've seen worse. Keepers have been standing at home this time as well. They normally come down and close down the space. It's in the balance. Can Spain get off here? Needs something. Pilas, who's had a wonderful tournament, needs a finish here. Goes for it, misses it. Spain are getting everything wrong. And the standing keeper has not had to make a save. And Spain have missed a target twice.
Yeah, we've seen a few players try to go up, over and in, right? Angelo Caro, Pelas right now. Buduni was great for the Netherlands in the shootout. Look who's going to take it for Chile, the star man Mati.
Needs to do a captain's job. Races forward with confidence. Races round the keeper! And Chile are looking very good for what would be the biggest upset of the tournament.
Chile are so close, John, to stunning the world. They are very close to the Allianz Parque on Saturday. If Spain miss right now, they are out.
Señores, the responsibility falls to him. Rodrigo Martinez, a standing keeper, has not had to make a save so far. Are Spain about to crumble? Señores. Well, the keeper makes a save! And in dramatic fashion, Chile are heading to the final against all the odds, against the class, the artistry of Spain. Chile go through on the shootout. What drama we've had so far. More to come, but what a night for Chile. What a night for Spain for all the wrong reasons. A magnificent tournament for them. They beat the host Brazil, convincing against the USA, but Chile are marching on.
Listen to the reaction at the Trident Arena. The Brazilians eliminated. Chile stunned the world. They pull off, said it, John, the biggest upset of the competition. The unlikely hero, the backup goalkeeper Rodrigo Martinez, with a crucial save to send Chile into the final at the Allianz Parque on Saturday. This is the King's universe. This is the King's world. This is the King's World Cup of Nations. Anything can happen. We've seen that time and time again, and something completely unexpected takes place tonight.
Well, is that a warning perhaps for the hosts Brazil, who were looking on against Mexico, of course, coming up? Well, he makes that one save, turns and sees it go wide. But what a shot. Who would have put money on that? Good game, tight game throughout. Chile so effective at keeping that scoreline very close, and the Spaniards are absolutely stunned. I don't think he wants it. They'll take it, it'll go in the cabinet, but they go out. That is a huge shot. Let us know on the chat if you think Chile thoroughly deserved that, or if you think Spain were just a little bit unlucky. But Anthony from the Athletic, what I say? All credit to Chile.
Yes, Steve Hurst, one of our viewers, is interacting with us here, and he says something that's absolutely right. That was just a terrible shootout from Spain. As I said, John, the pressure was on the Spanish to deliver in the shootout because they were the better team, and they simply didn't deliver. They disappointed. They felt that pressure here at the Trident Arena, and we might have a South American final. Brazil are the favorites against Mexico, but Chile beat Spain. Spain beat Brazil. Brazil struggled against Qatar. Anything can happen, really. Mexico can stun the world and beat the Brazilians. Why not? It can't happen.
You know, that's going to inspire the Mexican side, because Spain were absolutely red-hot favourites. And they're going to be saying right now in the huddle to our left, they did it, why can't we?
Yeah, we're gearing up, we're getting ready to go for Mexico versus Brazil, Brazil versus Team Mexico. Look at the celebration here. Team picture for Chile, much deserved. Coming up next, Mexico versus Brazil, the second semifinal of the King's World Cup of Nations 2026.
Kings League clash of captains.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Trident Arena. It's time for the second and final semi-final game of the day. Mexico versus Brazil. Brazil versus Mexico, a repeat of the semi-final clash that we had in Italy last year. In Italy, Brazil won 3-1. Mexico will be looking for their sweet revenge and the upset. Mexico of Obed Martinez, who's got 5 goals and 5 assists in Brazil. He was the 3rd top scorer of the tournament in Italy last year. And Brazil of Christian Canhoto, 2 assists, and this guy has an absolute killer of a left foot, be it on the dribble, be it on the shot. So the stage is set, the elements, the ingredients are all in place for yet another brilliant battle here in the Kings World Cup of Nations Brazil 2026. This is the game to decide who will be facing Chile in the final on Saturday. John, the earlier game was electric. Chile pulling off the upset, beating Spain, and Mexico, my friend, will be looking to do the same.
Yeah, what a night we've had so far. I just wonder how this one's going to pan out. Mexico will be saying, well, okay, Chile did it, rank outsiders. Brazil will be thinking, the biggest opponent for us is gone. Our trophy is there for the taking. It could work against the Brazilians.
It certainly could. Everyone in this lineup has scored except the number 5 there, Martin Rodriguez, Martin Cani. I'll steal this one from you, John. Can he score his first goal of the competition against Brazil? It would be an important one. All eyes as well on Pepe Askenazi, who's the top scorer for Mexico with 9 goals.
When he starts with Brazil, I'll tell you where, number 9. If he clicks, we said this before, he's on form, Brazil win. If he's not on form, it could be a bit of a battle.
Yeah, 4 times MVP player in the competition, 11 goals for Kelvin Oliveira. He's got 30 in the past 2 World Cups. Lipão has been making a difference in the past few games. Let's appreciate the Mexican and Brazilian national anthems.
Y retiende tu centro la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón. Y retiende tu centro la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón. Signor patria, tu siedi di oliva, de la paz, de la carne, el divino. En el cielo tu eterno destino, por el dedo de Dios te escribió. Mas osare un extraño enemigo, profanar con tus plantas tu suelo. Pienso, patria querida del cielo, un soldado en cada hijo te dio, un soldado en cada hijo te dio. Mexicanos al grito de guerra, el acero a prestar y el bridón. Y retiemble en sus centros la tierra, al sonoro rugir del cañón. Y retiemble en sus centros la tierra, al sonoro rugir del cañón. ¡Vamos a ganar!
We have a message now from Samantha Rivers, captain of Team Mexico.
Venga. Ok, muy bien. Vénganse. A ver, cabrones, yo sé que no soy Neymar, ni Kaká, ni nadie, pero esto no se trata de ellos hoy, se trata de ustedes. Ustedes son los protagonistas de esta historia que han venido escribiendo y no tiene final aún. Y la pueden seguir escribiendo el día de hoy. Hay que salir ahí, hay que matarlos. Motívense con esto, motívense con la gente que se ha tirado mierda y lo más importante, motívense con la gente que ha confiado desde el día 1. ¿Ok? Hoy no se juega bonito, hoy se juega con huevos y con corazón. ¡Vamos, cabrones!
Confía mucho en tu talento, tienes un gran equipo y sin duda este partido lo van a ganar.
Vamos con todo, México. Te amo, Betty, estamos muy orgullosos de ti. Éxito.
Se merecen el triunfo y tienen con qué obtenerlo. Vamos, México.
¡Te queremos! Échenle muchas ganas. Nosotros les mandamos las mejores vibras y deseamos que tengan todo el éxito.
Hola, mi amor, ¿cómo estás?
Recuerda que te amo mucho, te extraño mucho.
Vamos Martín, vamos México.
Siempre tu más grande fan. Hoy no se juega, hoy se trasciende.
Hola papá, te queremos mucho, te mandamos muchos besos, muchos abrazos, de parte mía y de parte de mi mamá. Muchas bendiciones, éxito, tú eres el mejor, lo puedes lograr.
Aquí vamos a estar apoyándote en cada momento, en cada pasito, y son un gran equipo. Hagan lo suyo.
¡Venga México!
Vamos Ami, vamos México, échenle muchas ganas, recuerden que para eso nacieron, disfrútenlo mucho.
Y sabes que te amo demasiado.
¡El béisbol, baby!
Yo solo vengo a desearles mucho éxito, métanle muchos huevos el día de hoy. Están en una semifinal, ustedes no se merecen menos que un campeonato, los queremos mucho.
El mexicano se le conoce por tener garra y por ser fuerte y por no rendirse. Así que vamos con todo. ¡Viva México!
Essa é a igualdade, conseguimos conquistar com braços fortes. Em teu seio, ó liberdade, desafia o nosso peito à própria morte. Ó pátria amada, idolatrada, salve, salve. Brasil de sonho intenso, raio vívido, de amor e de esperança a terra desce. Sem teu poderoso céu, visão límpido, a imagem do Cordeiro resplandece. Gigante pela própria natureza, és bela, és forte, pálido, colosso. Se teu futuro espelha essa grandeza, terra dourada, entre outras mil és do Brasil, ó pátria amada. Dos filhos deste solo as mães, gentil, pátria amada, Brasil!
They have to say, well sung from both sets of players and the fans. Let's hear this message first.
Senhores, vocês se conhecem há tempo pra caralho, tá ligado? Eu vejo foto de vocês junto, jogando essa porra de futsal há quantos anos? A festa tá pronta, a gente tá no Brasil, é a nossa casa. Vocês, só vocês sabem tudo que vocês passaram pra dar um jogo do jogo da nossa vida. Mas hoje é o jogo da nossa vida e vocês juntos vão resolver essa porra. Nós vai matar esses caras. Nós já matou esses caras lá na Itália e hoje eles vão morrer 2 vezes aqui no Brasil. Hoje vocês não podem falhar. É Brasil, caralho!
A few choice words, colourful words.
Yeah, what a powerful message there from Gaules, the president of G3XFC.
Oh, what a game in store. Anthony, massive shock first time round. Are we in for another? Are we possibly in for another shock?
Yeah, Mexico will be looking to do exactly what Chile did against Spain. Mexico started off the competition with a 4-3 loss to Saudi Arabia, rebounded with an 18-2 battering over India, and then a 14-2 triumph over Indonesia in the quarterfinal. A dominant and confident victory over France, 8-4. Brazil didn't start off the competition well. They lost to Spain 7-3. A dramatic rebound win over Qatar, arguably the game of the competition, the game that really triggered and activated Brazil. After that, a comfortable 6-1 victory over Peru, then a 7-1 thrashing over Saudi Arabia, and then a 15-5 drubbing over the Italians in the quarterfinals. Now the teams will be selecting the secret cards. They can be used between minutes 5 to 17 and between minutes 23 to 36. We are just a few moments away from the 1v1 scale-up. Martinez, Askenazi, the options for Mexico. Lelechi and Lipon, the options for the Brazilians.
The audience has decided the 1 versus 1. Mexico, number 7, Pepe Askenazi. Brazil, number 11, Lelechi Garcia.
Well, there you have it. Anthony, very quickly, before we kick off, I've heard on the grapevine there's a certain R9 in the building.
And he just might be here at the Trident Arena. This is a battle between the two highest scoring teams in the competition. Mexico with 42 goals, Brazil have 35. Everyone is on their respective goal line. Fasten your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be good. The ball drops, gravity does its thing, and we are underway, ladies and gentlemen. Lelechi gets to it first. Wins first possession for Brazil. Lelechi, 3 goals, 1 assist in the competition. This is Vitão, back towards Lelechi, on his left foot. Beats the goalkeeper, towards Vitão, 1-0 Brazil. Vitão, right place, right time, certainly the right finish. The Trident Arena erupts. Brazil fire themselves ahead.
Yeah, good work from the keeper, who has weighed in with now 3 goals, but it's so effective.
There is Monterde. This is Pepe Askenazi on his right foot, blocked by Lelechi. Listen to the Trident Arena. Pulsating. This is Monterde. He's got 3 goals. Towards Askenazi. Denied by Vitão.
Too casual for me from the number 7. Didn't react quickly enough, and you have to move quickly.
It's now 3v3. Martinez is on the pitch. Here's Askenazi on the right-hand side. Back towards Martinez on his left foot. Towards Monterde. And he's going to blast it over the goal.
Yeah, maybe a nervous start from the Mexicans.
A minute and a half, 90 seconds into the semi-final game to decide who's going to face Chile on Saturday at the Allianz Parque. Will it be host Brazil? Or will it be Team Mexico? Vitão towards Lelechi, left-hand side, Lelechi. The idea was good, he went for the far corner on that left foot. It flies out of bounds. Mexico restarts.
Powerful drive. Really, really important for Mexico not to let Brazil get a real foothold here.
Huge shout out to Andy, who's joining us all the way from Australia, saying he's going to have some asado on Saturday to celebrate the Chilean win. This is Monterde, left foot. A left-footed laser just flies over the crossbar.
Yeah, really wellied that one. Very powerful strike.
Just 1 goal scored by the goalkeeper, Vitão. It was his 3rd of the competition. You can expect a very even contest. We saw what happened earlier between Spain and Chile. This is Lipon.
4, 5, 6,
towards Lelechi
7,
on the right-hand side.
8, 9.
Lelechi. Great save there from Monterde. Gets a glove to it. Keeps Brazil from doubling their lead.
That burst of pace and that bullet shot on those so-called weaker right foot. Confidence has returned to this Brazil side.
Corner kick taken short. Back towards Vitão inside the center circle. He's got the close support from Lipon. A lovely through ball. Here's Calvin Oliveira. Was able to get to it, but wasn't able to just clear enough of an angle. There it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, even for the magician wearing that number 9 shirt. What I do like about Oliveira, he's so clever with the runs, and he just makes it a good target for those players around him. So he's got that technical ability on his left foot especially, but the brain is so quick and it just goes past defences.
Huge shout out to our viewers in Kosovo and Senegal joining us. Many nations interacting with us here for the semi-final of the Kings World Cup of Nations. Calvin Oliveira scored all 6 of Brazil's goals at the final last year in Italy against Colombia, the 6-2 win over Los Cafeteros, who did not make it past the group stage. A tournament full of surprises here in Brazil. We saw perhaps the biggest one in the earlier game.
Yeah, Colombia never really impressed, did they?
Brazil win it back, but at the expense of a foul. Mexico with a chance to restart on the near side. This is the challenge from Calvin Oliveira, just lifting there the number 6, Carlos Camelo.
Yeah, it was always going to get given, I think, just a wrapping of the foot. And Camelo as well can be an effective player. Complaining to the officials where he got battered. I'm going to use your phrase. Only one goal in it. No, that's a bit kind of too much. But only one goal in it, Jam. How's that sound?
Only one goal in it, mate. Only one goal in it. Yeah, low scoring right from the start. A similar scenario to what we saw in the earlier game. We got a Escorpion Dorado and Rivers right next door as usual in booth number 8. Once the drone flies over the Trident Arena, look at our booth. We're in booth number 7. That's the one in charge of the broadcast you're listening to right now. As we take you through the Trident Arena bleachers.
The rare shots of us. We've had the Wolf again a few times. I'm sure he's going to be back. Still a delay because Camelo was on his feet and been hauled up, and he seems okay, but he clutches the right ankle.
The Brazilian fans once again in attendance here.
And should Brazil make it to the final in the Allianz Parque, holds around 43,000. I don't think we'll have that, but we're going to have a massive turnout in a magnificent arena.
Yeah, the Allianz Parque is home to Palmeiras, a team in green. This team in green right now, Mexico want to be there. This is Carlos Camelo, minute 5, 7v7. We get a presidential penalty right off the bat from Brazil, and I believe Luqueta is going to take it. Here's Eddie Sanchez, pass inside for the big man, Alexis Silva. This is Pepe Askenazi, the danger man for Mexico. 9 goals, 1 assist, 2 MVPs. That's a player full of trickery as well. This one right here, Martin Lara. Venturing forward on that left-hand side, dispossessed. Mexico still win it back. Here's the through ball. A little too powerful of a pass there for Pepe.
Yeah, it's not quite been as sharp as Mexico would have hoped for, and he may have been offside as well. Vital is down, slowly back on his feet, but tight so far. And the penalty from this man here. Take your pick of the colourful characters.
Yeah, we see there Luqueta. This is the president that scored the goal against Peru in that 6-1 win in the final match of the group stage. He's alongside Ivy Stefan, who's another big influence here in Brazil. She's the owner of Nivelados FC, which is one of the teams here in Brazil. A chance for the Brazilians to double their lead.
Well, our friend the Wolf down on the pitch. Another kind of bull-type mascot. It's rather crowded, isn't it? And that can be distracting.
Yeah, really interesting to see, John, how he's going to take this penalty kick. Once he took the PK against Peru, it was a lot more of a comfortable scenario for Brazil. This is a semi-final game. Just 5 minutes in, Brazil lead by only 1 goal.
Aguanta la línea, ¿vale? Aguanta la línea. Luqueta's son is out there as well.
Against the fierce Mexican side.
Noah, I think the name is.
The referee sounds the whistle. Luqueta takes 2 deep breaths. Here's Luqueta, right foot on it! And he is denied by the backup Mexican goalkeeper, Moises Debar, who goes the right way. What a save from the Mexican goalkeeper on a powerful finish from Luqueta.
There was an outfield Mexican player who went across the keeper before, maybe to give instructions. It was a decent enough shot with power, and it's almost an elbow save as well. But maybe sometimes, okay, it's all part and parcel of the big show here. But I just think there are too many people on the pitch, too many distractions.
You know what I'm thinking, John, is that Brazil have not been really good from the presidential penalty spot, right? Gaules missed, Luqueta just missed right now, Chris Guedes missed. Mexico win it back, here's the through ball, Pepe 1v1, and he sends it wide. That was so close to becoming the Mexican equalizer. What a through pass down the lane.
A sweet, sweet move. Very good finish as well, but just wide of a target. Mexico aren't out of this one by any stretch of the imagination.
It was won back by Carlos Camelo, who's such a workhorse in midfield. 6 minutes and counting. Brazil still have their secret card. Mexico have the presidential penalty and the secret card. Here's Andres. Decides against the layoff there. He's got the support from Canhoto. Or rather, Luan Mestre, excuse me, on that far flank.
A São goal for Brazil right now.
Through pass for Andres. This is Canhoto on the left. He drives it in. Couldn't pick out a teammate on that back post. Mexico trying to get the counter-attack going. Dedo with the challenge.
Yeah, made sure Mexico were going nowhere. We had a very tight first semi-final. We've got another tight semi-final. We had an absolutely massive shock in the first. And right now, this one is in the balance. Mexico giving as good as they've got so far. That's awkward. That was very awkward.
Yeah, friendly fire there from Lipão. Esaú unable to get to it. Mexico have the counter-attack on that left-hand side. We can see there this guy, Eddie Sanchez, who's got 4 assists in the competition, getting ready to take the corner kick. He takes the corner kick short, little nutmeg there. And there is a foul on the play. This is not going to be an easy game for either side. That is something that we can already tell from these almost 8 minutes of playing time.
I thought it was okay. I think it's an overreaction by Lara on the far side. I thought it was a little bit soft, but yeah, you're quite right. Very, very tight first semi-final. And this is what you expect when you're at this stage. At the business end of a tournament, you expect tight, tough, exciting matches.
Corner kick, or almost a corner kick for Mexico on the left-hand side. The service in, and Esaú picks it out of the sky. Brazil trying to get the counter-attack going, immediately deploying the ball with Andres on this left flank. He accelerates, drives it in. Mexico restart with Carlos Camelo. Little short pass there for David Junco. This is the goalkeeper, Antonio Monterde.
We haven't really mentioned Alex Silva, who's down there racing to get that ball now. Another kind of a target man player, and those target men can be so useful.
Interception there from Dedo. Brazil restart, it's lifted up the field. The target man was Kelvin Oliveira, K9, the Iceman, the gelado, as they say in Portuguese. He'll be looking, of course, to get on the score sheet today.
Balanced, isn't it? Very balanced.
Here's the long ball towards Alexis Silva. Immediately tracked by Lipão. Dispossessed. Look at the hustle there from Lipão, trying to get to that ball even when he's on the ground. Brazil win it back. They have the counter-attack with Luan Mestre. Here's Kelvin Oliveira! If that went in, it would have been a wonder goal. The chance good enough, though, to get the Trident Arena going.
He is so quick thinking. Oliveira knew exactly what he was doing about half an hour before the ball arrived, and that separates the okay players from the elites.
Dedo, Kelvin Oliveira gets a touch. Good work from Eddie Sanchez to restart for Mexico. We're charging down that left-hand side. Once again, Dedo gets his body in the way. Here's Kelvin Oliveira into space. And he goes down, but it's not a foul. The Trident Arena contests the decision from the ref. John, what do you think?
My first impression, it was stonewall. Absolute contact. The referee now getting in the neck from the Brazil fans, but it could not have been placed better. I think maybe sometimes when you see a player going down a bit too easy, maybe a referee thinks, he's gone down again. Well, he can complain as much as he wants now. Kelvin Oliveira is academic. It's not a penalty. There's going to be no recall from VAR.
Mexico to restart in the center circle with Carlos Camelo. Brazil posted defensively, hoping to pack a punch on a counterattack. This is the big man, Alexis Silva. He's got support further back. Mexico are the team with the most goals in the competition, 42 with a goal scored today. Brazil have 36, that makes them number 2. Great piece of defending there from Andres to touch it out of bounds. Mexico have another corner kick, this one though, on the right-hand side.
Yeah, Mexico are here to make a game of this. Not let the Brazilians run away with it. I think they were a bit fortunate with that free kick, which wasn't given moments ago. Oliveira missing the target as well, but Mexico are digging in.
Vamos a pelearnos por el balón en juego. Okay? Sí.
Cañoto having a word with Alexis Silva, the ref. It's a corner kick for Mexico on the right-hand side. 11 minutes counting. Martin Lara to execute this play.
Silva, the obvious target man there. Dedo, I think he's been impressive as this tournament's gone on for Brazil.
Not on his left foot. The low pass in is dealt with well by the Brazilian defense. Mexico restart on the other end. Mexico has the best team in the Group E after winning the triple shootout against Saudi Arabia and Indonesia. Brazil had to play the last chance against Saudi Arabia to reach that quarterfinal game against Italy. In the quarterfinals, Mexico beat France. That has been the campaign so far. Here's the long ball meant for Chefinho on that right wing.
But again, Brazil not having it their own way. And again, Anthony, as we saw in the first semi-final, very little to choose between the two. Don't forget to get your cards. Check out our website when you can. But this, as the other final, this is just as tight.
Yeah, very, very tight game. It could go either way. Make sure to get your tickets on our website, kingsleague.pro. We're going to have a music show as well from ABC BH, ABC Marques, DJ Japa Enica, special performance of La Vingolas, which is the official anthem of the Kings World Cup of Nations. Almost 13 minutes on the clock. Brazil just have that one goal scored by Vitão in the early seconds. Mexico are looking to get level. Brazil, the host, the defending champions. A different Brazil, especially after that 15-5 blowout over the Italians, who were so good in the group stage, but just not good enough for Brazil. Dangerous there for Monterde. Cañoto gets a touch. Goal kick for Team Mexico.
Yeah, good closing down from Cañoto. Again, Dedo at the back for Brazil, just mopping everything up so far. He certainly has grown in this competition.
This is Renato Castillo. How about that? How cheeky was that through the legs of Dedo? Sensational piece of skill from the guy with the pink hair.
And Cañoto as well with the stiff old challenge. Over-celebrating. Not at that point yet. When you're just doing your job, to coin a phrase, by getting in a challenge.
Lack of concentration there from Lara as Brazil restarts with Andres. There is Isaú, he's got support on that right-hand side. Here's a long ball for Galvin Oliveira.
I thought he was offside.
He was tracked there closely by two players. Rough piece of play on the number 77. That's Diego Martinez who's on the ground there. Yellow card. So Mexico will be playing a man up for the next 2 minutes. In a game as close as this, John, it might come down to the secret cards, to the presidential penalties, and of course, to the yellow or red cards as well.
Yeah, well, didn't do well on that occasion. You know, we saw it moments ago from Canhoto, came racing in, a real strong arm tactic, and then he celebrated it. Brazil have to get that right balance between the adrenaline rush, which they've got the crowd behind them as well, but don't shoot yourself in the foot, which we know Brazil are more than capable of doing.
Yeah, and Wells a very important player for the Brazilians, especially when it comes to that man-marking aspect of the game. After that 15-5 blowout over Italy, only Esaú, Andreas, and Wembley have not scored for Brazil in the competition.
Yeah, there you go. It's right. The studs are very, very short and plastic as well.
There's Martin Gani to restart for Mexico. We are underway once again. Here's David towards Martin. Not much space there. He chooses to restart with Monterde towards Martin once again. Brazil, a man down for the next minute and 35 seconds. Here's the service into traffic. Lovely work there from Esaú to get a glove in the trajectory of that ball, just getting his arm out.
That's the kind of place where there should have been a green shirt lurking. This is the moment here for Mexico to take the game. Everyone back for Brazil, and so they should be.
Step overs from Lara on target. Esaú coming up big time once again for the Brazilians. What a save from the number 27. There he is, Galvin Oliveira. This is the guy who scored the hat trick for Brazil against Mexico at the semifinals in Italy.
And the, can we call him the reserve keeper of Brazil, looking a little bit... I don't know, he went to ground. It is a hard surface. Sand below the artificial grass. I think he's okay. Just wanted to give his side a breather. Tried to take seconds off the clock. Wayward pass out from Dedo.
Huge shout out to our friends at the Best Açaí. Just a few moments ago, they brought us some açaí. I have it right next to me here. Of course, after the game,
your refill.
They brought me my refill. After the game, of course, I will be indulging in this great açaí, very traditional here in Brazil, very delicious as well.
Ice sludge. That's my definition, but it's good stuff.
It's Cani. Towards Eddie Sanchez. The support from Pepe into traffic. That was a venomous ball, but of course, Dedo, as usual, is in the right place at the right time.
Brazil on the back foot here. Mexico really pressing.
Cani. There's Tona. This is Martin Lara on the left-hand side. Castillo surrounded. Able to wiggle his way into space. The number 34, Renato Castillo. Dispossessed, and then he has the foul on Jefinho, the number 12. Brazil with a chance to restart from their defensive half.
Been impressed with Castillo. Still a little foul on that occasion, but he's looked really, really good.
Dedo, short pass there for Well on the right-hand side. He accelerates, sends it into traffic. Brazil double their lead, and the Trident Arena erupts for the second time on the night. The goal scored by Tom, but 99% of it belongs to the number 8 Well. What a run down that right flank, what vision, what a venomous ball into traffic on that back post. Just one touch on the ball from the Brazilian number 7, Tom. Right place, right time, right finish. Brazil lead by a couple of goals, John.
Yeah, didn't he do well? And you could see what was happening. It was a well-crafted goal down that far side. He looked around and he looked down the centre, and it was a terrific running from Tom.
The Spider-Man celebration, of course, from goal side as well. Against Reverse penalty for the Brazilians. They will choose someone from Mexico to take a PK on them. If they miss, Brazil will then lead by 3-0. If the penalty is converted, the scoreboard stays as is. Very important rule.
Again, it's the pick of the draw, isn't it? If you get the joker, if you get the penalty, star player, I think you're laughing. Reverse penalty. Maybe not everybody's favourite, but that's what they pulled out of the magic square box.
The Brazilian fans are lighting up the Trident Arena. It's a very, very fun Thursday night here in São Paulo, Brazil. Reverse penalty for the Brazilians. Mexico activate their secret card as well.
Yeah, I think in the first semi, I don't recall either side taking a 2-goal lead in the first semi-final. It was that tight.
This is Lelechi. He's got 3 goals and 1 assist in the competition. So Brazil have selected the number 77, Diego Martinez, to take the PK. He's got 1 goal, 2 assists in the competition. If Esau saves this, Brazil will be in the lead 3-0.
Now who gets this goal?
There's the whistle from the ref. Diego steps up to the spot, and he misses. The reverse penalty secret card is effective for Brazil, who now lead by a trio of goals. He went for the Panenka. If you get it right, you look great. If you get it wrong, you look silly. Here's the replay, John.
Well, you summed it up. At such an important stage of the match, you play the percentages, and that is a real blow. That goal, that third goal, is that counted as an own goal?
I think it would count as a reverse penalty secret card goal. That would be my take.
I'm just trying to think if they probably won't write that on the scoreline. They're probably going to say maybe it's the player who missed it. I'm sure we can get that clarified.
Mexico now trying to climb out of that 3-goal deficit. Pepe on that left wing. It's a good run. Goal line. He sends it in. Esau gets his body in the way.
Is it slipping away from Mexico?
Well, if Mexico score now in double goal mode, it becomes 3-2, and it's back on. Keeping in mind the biggest comeback of the competition was Brazil against Qatar. A 4-goal deficit. They were down 6-2 late in the first half. They came back in match ball to win it 7-6. It was one of the great, if not the greatest game of the competition. I think Chile and Spain was up there as well, the other semifinal.
Yeah, that match, the Brazil-Qatar match, one of the greatest games I've ever done, that's for sure.
And you have experience, my friend. You've been in this industry for what, over 20 years, right?
Feels about 200 at times.
I feel you, my friend. If you're abroad and you watch the Sul-Americana, you watch the Libertadores in English, you have probably heard our man here, John Cottrell, on the call. He is the real deal.
Real deal, I like the sound of that.
Yeah, he's an absolute pro.
A legend in his own lunchtime.
I like that. Here's Mexico. Alexis Silva plays it off towards the left-hand side. Pepe is Saul once again. Big time on that near corner. Mexico with the corner kick, trying to reduce the deficit, get some confidence going late in the first half. It's taken short little nutmeg there, oopsie daisy. Nothing came from it though. Brazil win it back. Here's Luan Mestre. Scored his first goal for Brazil against Italy in the last game. Very important goal for the number 19.
Yeah, oopsie daisy, we're back to Notting Hill, or as it's called in Brazil, a place called Notting Hill. Mexico had a decent little spell when they were knocking on the door, the Brazilian door. They couldn't quite find a way through.
Yeah, nerves just seem to be getting the better of Mexico after that pass. Here come Mexico with Pepe on that left-hand side. Luan Mestre, good piece of defending there. There is minute 20. This is the end of the first half. Keeping in mind, everyone, we have a special message from none other than Ronaldo Nazario. You can get a Ronaldo signed shirt at the final on Saturday. Let's have a look at the message from him.
Fala, rapaziada, vocês lembram do corte icônico de 2002, famoso Cascão? Então é o seguinte, quem chegar na final e fizer o corte vai concorrer a uma camisa autografada por mim. Tamo juntos.
Keeping in mind, ladies and gentlemen, if you go to the final on Saturday at the Allianz Parque with the same haircut that Ronaldo had at that World Cup in 2002, we will be out there looking for you. We will be in the bleachers and the stands looking out for the supporters, be them Chilean supporters, Mexican supporters, Brazilian supporters with the same Ronaldo haircut.
Hay que opinar.
Ha estado cabrón. Se esperaba que estuviera más difícil, pero como decíamos, 3-0 es un marcador muy engañoso. En cualquier momento le damos la vuelta a este pedo.
Dios quiera.
Venga, venga México, es momento de echar un pinche genkidama brutal. Todos lancen su mejor pinche vibra y estos pendejos van a responderles, van a ver, cabrón. Venga, México. Venga. Como lo puedes ver, todavía quedan algunos segundos.
Yeah, the message there from Scorpion Dorado in Rivers.
I thought he was saying it's the scoreline is not a right one, something like that. It was a bit deceptive.
Deceiving.
Yeah.
Deceiving scoreline.
Se tiverem falando com a gente, eu não escutei, mas assim, vamos Brasil!
Aqui, ó, vou ficar aqui, ó.
Estão falando? Não sei, não tá, vocês estão falando, mas assim, ó.
Aí, ó.
Aí, ó.
Vamos Brasil.
Vambora, porra.
Vamos Brasil 3-0, certo?
3-0 fora o baile. Confiança.
Quem que nós vamos ser campeão e busca desse bicampeonato?
Vamos, porra. Vamos, caralho.
Sou brasileiro,
com muito orgulho, com muito amor.
Vamos Brasil!
Vamos Brasil! Caralho! Porra! Vamos caralho!
Sempre Brasil! Brasil sempre!
Vambora, rapaziada!
México é bom! Calma!
Que isso, Bocão?
Calma!
E aí, rapaziada?
Vamos lá!
Opa, bora, meu time! Vamos, aí, Elemês, manda um salve pro pessoal, um beijo!
Salve, vamos Brasil!
Aí, ó!
Bora!
Bora pra onde, Elemês? Vai pra onde? 2, 3... Brasil! Brasil, ole, ole! Brasil, ole, ole! Vamos! Bora! Vamos, Brasil! Bora! Bora! Você entraria na quarta?
Yeah, messages there from huge streamers really in Brazil. Brabox, Coringa, Léo Macaé, Dica do Gordinho, Nivi Stepan, Chris Guedes. I could go on and on. Now the dice roll. You see us in booth number 7 there. Here we are, waving at the camera. There we are. This is the booth in charge of the English broadcast. Right down below we have Opolya. He's a soccer influencer. He's in charge of the dice roll. It's my favorite John. 2 for 2. This Murilo Medeiros and Babi. Murilo Show. This is our Brazilian caster in Portuguese. You know, it's all about a team effort, right, John? We got a lot of you know, important people who make this tournament possible, this broadcast possible. Bruna, Caio are just some of the people in our ears, of course, doing such a good job keeping us in check, making sure that we are doing a good job.
Anthony Wells, his appeal for a new contract? Sure, it's on its way.
Underway for the second half. Here's Alexis Silva, 1v1. That was huge from Thon to recover. What a defensive play from the Brazilian number 7.
Just about to pull the trigger. Referee was clear-sighted. These are the times when this game can change so quickly. This is the moment for Mexico.
It's going to be 2v2 for the first 180 seconds of the second half. If Mexico want to get back in, they need to capitalize in these minutes. Here's Castillo. He's going to lift it over and in. Mexico are off the mark. It's a lovely, cheeky goal from Renato Castillo, who gets Team Mexico on the scoreboard for the first time tonight. It's 3-1, John.
Is that a lifeline for the Mexicans? We repeat it. We've said it. Castillo's been impressive, but these are the moments right now.
Get to see more from Lipão in this game. Here's Lelechi, left-hand side. Back towards Lipão. He smashes it into an open goal. Easy as daylight. Lipão scores his 10th goal of the competition, and Brazil regain the 3-goal lead.
It is so hard to mark players when it's at this situation. It really is a
Gol do
tactical skill.
Lipão com o Lelechi.
Here come Mexico. Once again with Castillo, brings it towards his left foot. Tries to go underneath this. Saul, who was onto him, he read the move well. Mexico reached on to pick up the rebound with Castillo. This is Lara. Dedu for the defending on the Brazilian side. Is Castillo. Beats the goalkeeper, goes down, and it's a penalty kick for Mexico. A chance to go to 4-2.
No, you've got to be so quick. When that ball comes to you, you don't really have time for more than one touch.
Let's have a look at the replay. Yeah, this is a clear penalty. Here's Saul bringing down Renato Castillo.
Yeah,
he's going to take the penalty. He's going to look for the brace, John. Go ahead.
Yeah, no way through. Again,
he places a lot of distance between himself and the ball.
Big moment.
The referee sounds the whistle. Here's Castillo, left foot on it, and it was well struck. A fabulous finish from Castillo on that left foot into the top corner. A PK golazo, 4-2.
Mexico making sure they stay in this match. Well struck.
Here come Brazil on the offensive drive. Andres towards Kelvin Oliveira, back towards Andres on his right foot. Beats the goalkeeper, and he smashes it into an open net. That was lovely from the number 10. Scoring his very first goal in the competition, and what a way to do it.
Andres, something of an unsung hero, the kind of glue for Brazil.
Here's Castillo. He's on a brace, looking for the hat trick. That could have been it right there. Very, very close to 5-3.
But he had Lara eat open.
Minute 23. We will enter the range of the game when the teams can use the secret cards and the presidential penalties. Keeping in mind, Brazil no longer have those privileges. The president penalty from Luqueta was squandered, but the reverse penalty on that secret card was good. Diego Martinez missed. Mexico still have their presidential penalty and the secret card.
Mexico, for me, should act right now with both cards.
I agree with you, John. I think that would make perfect sense if I'm Team Mexico.
You've got to go for it. They've got to stay in touch. They really have to get back into this game. Referee's on the blower for some reason.
Make sure to get your tickets for the final, everyone, at the Allianz Parque on our website, kingsleague.pro. That's the place to go. We're going to have a streamers game as well between the Gazette TV team and the Kings League team. Gazette TV led by Casemiro Miguel, the internet sensation.
No, que la ganó tu compañero, la ganó el 90, la ganaste tú.
Ronaldo, the two-time FIFA World Cup winner. A special performance as well from these guys, MC PH, MC Marquez, DJ Japa NK. A special performance of La Vingolaço, which is the anthem of the Kings World Cup of Nations. Underway once again at the Trident Arena. This is Lelechi. Sideline throw for Brazil on that far flank. One Mesli's got support on the right-hand side from the speedy, agile Lelechi. Full of trickery. He's got every trick in the locker. Rough challenge there on Dedo. And it is going to be a red card for Alexis Silva. The referee went towards the back pocket. Mexico are going to be playing a man down for the next 5 minutes. Their situation is rough. It just got a lot rougher.
Well, let's wait to see that one again.
Escúchame, ¿me escuchas? Ok.
Referee seems convinced.
Esto es una entrada muy grave. Me lo confirman muy grave.
Mexico in danger. Well, now the cards perhaps have gone. Too late if it is a red card.
Yeah, a secret card right now for Mexico, John, along the lines of what you said. Ouch! You do not want to be Dedo in this situation. Alexis Silva just sinking his studs into the Brazilian defender who almost twists his right ankle there. The question is, the spray's going.
Si es falta, es
Can
amarilla.
Dedo continue?
No. A ver, confía en mí, esto es una entrada muy grave. Ya está.
Dedo is walking away. Again, the studs are very short.
Eddie, confía en mí.
Yeah, the referee's telling Eddie Sanchez it was an entrada muy grave. It was a serious tackle. Trust me, it is a red card. I just checked in with our specialist Jamie right next to me here, and he's telling me, yeah, this is a red card. It's clear as daylight.
Okay, vamos Eddie.
Just clumsy, really. Right on the ankle. Yeah, that's an ankle breaker, isn't it?
Sí, no, la he visto clarísimo.
Brazil will be looking to capitalize on this moment. Here's the through ball. Kelvin Oliveira almost able to get a play on that.
It's amazing, isn't it, that Dedo was crunched into. He's already out there. He played that ball forward in midfield. That's the extent. For us, it looked absolutely awful. He's out there.
Yeah, that just really shows us how the number 20, this guy, Mateus Dedo, is Brazilian, one of the best players from Brazil in the competition. 3 goals, 2 assists. This guy was instrumental for the Brazilians, especially in that game against Qatar on match day 2.
As we saw his expression, it looked like it's just an ordinary challenge.
Secret card. It makes sense that Mexico used this secret card after the red card, right? Because now they get to level the game. They get to bring it to 6v6 for the next 4 minutes. So Brazil will only play a man up basically for 41 seconds, if I'm doing the math right.
Yeah, the cards. You have to use what you dealt with.
Sideline throw. Sorry, John.
As I say, Brazil in the driver. See, again, he's moving very, very freely here, isn't he?
Brazil restart. This is Esau. Plays it short with Andres on that left flank. Takes on his man, beats him. What a run, accelerating, still going. Inside the box, cut back. Couldn't pick out a teammate. Calvin Oliveira tries to win it back. Mexico able to play out from the back now that they have just a little bit more space. Just as I say that, Brazil win it back. This is Esau. Gets the ball back into motion with Lelechi, beats his marker. Right wing, step overs on his left foot, tries to clear an angle. Mexico able to survive defensively. Jeffia recovers the turn, out of bounds. Sideline throw.
There's no free kick or no decision from the referee for VAR to be introduced. The noise is coming from the Mexicans.
Yes, it's a presidential penalty. Escorpion Dorado, aka Alex Montiel, will be looking to make it 3 for 3 from the spot. The opponent is possessed by Obed Martinez. Recovers, gets in the way of that pass. Accelerates in the opposite direction. The layoff for Lelechi on his left foot. Brazil make it 6-2. They now lead by 4 goals. It's a lovely finish from Lelechi, who gets his first of the night. Number 4 for him in the competition. Here's the replay through the legs of Cani into the back of the net.
Yeah, Brazil now taking a real stranglehold and looking good for a place in the final. but there's still a long way to go. Presidential penalties coming up. Can the Mexicans close the gap?
Scorpion Dorado will try give Mexico a lifeline. This guy's 3 for 3. He's got 100% conversion rate. Only Marquito Navarra from Argentina was able to go 4 for 4. There's the whistle. There's the Scorpion Dorado. Lovely white-footed finish.
Interesting celebration as well.
Provocation there towards the Brazilian supporters. 100% conversion rate skill for Alex Montiel, a.k.a. Scorpion Dorado. He goes right way, and Saul goes the wrong way.
Is it enough to put his team back in this one? He's on his way back to the booth next door to us.
Mexico restart. This is Monterde. A 9-goal thriller. Here's Pepe. Andres gets it clean in the way to dispossess the Mexico number 7. Pepe cuts it back all the way back towards Robert Martinez. This is Carlos Camelo. It's a poor pass there. Free ball for Cañoto. Able to pick out Sheffield. Get some space in the middle. This is Kelvin Oliveira for Limon. Challenged by Castillo. Look at the speed on Limon. The ref gets in the way. Come on, ref.
Tried his best. In fact, it's a wonderful little touch, isn't it? In the end.
Here's Kelvin Oliveira on his left foot. That was so close as it races out of bounds just to the left of the Mexican goal.
Yeah, that's the amazing thing that Kelvin Oliveira has not found the net so far. Probably only a question of time.
He scored 19 goals at the Nations in Italy last year. He's got 30, counting this World Cup and the last one as well. He's a goal-scoring machine. Still not on the score sheet for this game. Usually when you're almost 27 minutes in, this guy has already punished you. This is Eddie Sanchez. Carlos Camelo to restart with Monterde.
You know, it's been a long time since Mexico really threatened in the final third. Need something.
Dispossessed. Sorry, John.
I think Mexico needs something, of course. Brazil have been effective in their defensive unit.
Mexico have already used the presidential penalty, and Mateus Dedo will be able to return in less than 30 seconds. If Mexico somehow come back from this and play the final, Alexis Silva will not be there. In a minute, here's the effort from way out! It is Limon, the golden crown, the golden ball. From coast to coast, so intelligent, so smart, was able to identify that Monterde was off his line. Make that goal number 11 for Limon, who equals Kelvin Oliveira as the top scorer of the competition in Brazil. What a mark for the Brazilian.
Yeah, well won back. That quick look around him. Can you say that Monterde was at fault there? Well, possibly. He was trying to support his side, chasing this game, but that is very costly.
Just as I said, Kelvin Oliveira and Limon at the top of the table, 11 goals. Behind, or rather ahead, behind only of the banner there that says top scorers and the Adidas logo. But Gabriel Costa's got 10, Pepe Askenazi and Nacho Herrera with 9. The only players there still in the running are Nacho Herrera from Chile and Pepe Askenazi right now for Mexico, but his side is in a tricky position.
This is slipping away here from Mexico.
This This is Canhoto left foot. Off of Tona, the number 19. The rebound is picked up by, well, this is Mateus Dedo.
Well, Brazilian fans in fine voice. The Brazilians, they're proud.
Good recovery there from Well. He scored a great goal against the Italians. His first and so far only goal of the competition. Mexico trailed by 4 goals. They are vying for the historic comeback.
And without Alex Silva, they're a little blunt up front, Mexico.
As the clock reaches the half-hour mark. Here's the service into traffic. Dedo in his hair. So crucial on that move to deflect it out. Mexico with the corner kick on the left-hand side. Restarting with Tona. Monterde with the touch. Ball gets his body in the way, recovers for Brazil. Step overs. This is Stoll, almost the golazo. He's got the rebound after the block. Dispossessed, no foul on the play. Look at the hustle there, the energy from
I think it's good to see players wound up, but again, a challenge is what you're supposed to do anyway. But they're in the driving seat, Brazil, more than the driving seat, but it's not over yet.
Ball possession almost down the center. Brazil are very, very close to that final match on Saturday at the Allianz Parque. One team is already there, Chile, who pulled off upset of the competition by beating Spain in the earlier game after a 5-5 tie. It went into the shootout. John, you were on the call for that. What a game, my friend, especially in that second half.
Yeah, it simmered, didn't it, for a while?
Yeah, it did.
All so close, and then the pot boiler right at the end, but Chile. They stunned the Spanish. For everybody. Anyone putting money on it would have gone for Spain as a red-hot favourites, so all credit to Chile. The underdogs somehow getting through to the final, but keeping the cool in the shootout at the end.
Against all odds on their Kings World Cup Nations debut. I mean, I have to say that time and time again. On their debut, Chile are reaching the final at the Allianz Parque. That's the place to be on Saturday. Here's Davis slicing his way through this left-hand side, surrounded by too many yellow shirts. Brazil to restart with Esau.
And you have to say as well, I think Brazil and their fans mightily relieved it's not Spain in the final.
Look at the turn, look at the speed from Dedo, almost able to go all the way. He was halted in his tracks, and it's a foul for Brazil.
The ironic applause from the side in green. Great run. Dedo's been in the wars. Almost had his ankle broke by Silva, then moments later was back on his feet, marshalling the defense.
This is Dedo once again. Jefinho, another player who has yet to score in the competition. He does have one assist. Mexico win it back. Here's Davies on his right foot, blocked by guess who? Dedo once again getting his body in the way. Dedo was Furia's first pick in the draft. The through ball from Canhoto towards Stone. Rustle and tussle there. Mexico were able to deal with it. Flick it out of trouble.
Just lacking firepower, aren't they, beside in green? Well, when a player rolls round, it's normally theatrics. However, our referee saw it differently, and I think Camelo's in trouble. Yeah, that's absolutely nothing. Shouldn't have touched him. That angle doesn't tell you anything. It's a kind of a little touch into the lower back, and that's overreactions.
Yeah, it was the fist there from Carlos Camelo, of course. We have the theatrics from Canhoto, who's going to make the most of this situation. And Carlos Camelo, Carlos Valdez if you like, picks up the yellow card. Brazil play a man up for the next 2 minutes. The home side are very, very close to their second and back-to-back World Cup final.
It is all going Brazil's way. Slowly taking a grip on this match. Well, there you go.
Replay of the challenge.
Yeah, that's karate. Powerful, heavy blow into the lower back. Are they going to reverse that decision? Can they reverse that decision? Our referee's in conversation.
Yeah, canhoto means left-footed, just to clarify. In Portuguese, traditionally associated with skillful players. Canhoto is very skillful. In the Kings Cup, Brazil, 4 MVPs, 7 goals and 1 assist for him.
Yeah, lefty. The Brazilian body language is telling you what.
Canhoto is right there next to the big screen alongside Lelechi and Dudu Oliveira, who's the Brazilian head coach. Brazil restart. Sheffield in the center circle. We're closing in on the final 2 minutes before match ball.
It's first to 8 as it stands.
Mexico win it back with Davies. This is Martin Lara on that right-hand side. Cheeky touch there, was read well by Jefinho. Sideline throw for the Mexicans. Davies Junco to take in on that far flank.
Yeah, Brazil have got some strong and big players at the back. Mexico being out-muscled. And they just haven't got it really in the final third. Without that presence of Silva, as the layoff, he's gone. Won't see him again.
Jefinho. Here's Lipão. 2 goals for Lipão. He's the top scorer. Alongside Kelvin Oliveira with 11 goals. The 2 Brazilians at the top.
Kelvin Oliveira, I'm sure desperate to get his name on the score sheet.
The layoff, Lelechi sends it inside. Castillo gets his cleat in the way. Sideline throw for Brazil. 35 right now. 60 seconds before match ball. This is Lelechi. Went for the far corner, the little toe poke, as we like to say, John. Get your tickets for the final, everyone, on our website, kingsleague.pro.
Swept it almost. It would have been ambitious, but they're in the driving seat, Brazil. It looks like right now they're going to need at least, well, they are going to need another goal. Mexico will need a hatful.
Mexico looking to reduce the damage here. This is Castillo. Diego, this is the guy who missed the reverse penalty on that Panenka. If you watched us in the first half. Monterde. Here's a long ball. Very important, everyone. The final at the Allianz Parque will start at 6:30 p.m. local time. And yeah, the spectacles begin at 6:30 p.m. local time. That is with the performance of La Golazo, the streamers match. But the final itself, that right now is Brazil versus Chile, that will start at 8 p.m. local time. Also a heads up, when this semi-final showdown ends, don't forget to check out the Fortnite because your time out are dropping.
Wow, Adventure Time is pure nostalgia. Such an amazing show. And you, out of everything that's been announced, which one's been your favorite?
Definitely the Ice King outfit, John. But watch out, the others are just as awesome. Totally worth checking it out in the shop. They look incredible, my friend.
And yes, if you love Adventure Time at Fortnite, go and take a look at the link we dropped in the chat.
Y delante
Brazil still
¿vale?
need
3-1
one
defensivo.
more goal
Para
here.
ofensivo, cambiamos alguna cosa, ¿vale? Sacamos a...
Team
Igual,
of Mexico
y recordar, un
looking to
momento.
pull off the biggest comeback in the competition. Mexico are in a very tough situation right now. Brazil just need one goal to seal the deal and punch their ticket into the Allianz Parque on Saturday, January 17th. Listen to the Trident Arena right now. 5v5, the Battle Royale scale down begins. Underway, ladies and gentlemen. Keeping in mind the longest game of the competition was Brazil versus Qatar. 48 minutes of playing time on match day 2. Here's Tona. He's got the support further back in the center circle from Monterde. Make sure you vote for the MVP of the match. Just type the name in the chat. The name, not the number. That's an important message. Monterde, he's got support on that right-hand side. Monterde once again. 5v5. These players, they have more space and time to get it right, but also to get it wrong. He's throwing out a little layoff there. Short pass on that right-hand side. Great piece of defensive diligence from Lipon to touch it out of bounds. Corner kick for Team Mexico.
They have to believe the Mexicans, but the odds are against them. But this is King's universe, of course, and anything is possible.
Here's Tona on the left-hand side. Blocked by Dedo. Dedo is the Portuguese word for finger, so Dedo getting his finger there in the right trajectory of the ball, impeding the pass.
You're running out of steam there, weren't you? Just a little bit.
Yeah. Trying to construct that phrase, and I got jumbled up in the words. Pepe to restart for Mexico. A little touch there from Lelechi. Is he going to get to it? Yes, he is, Lelechi! Huge recovery from Monterde to keep Mexico alive.
This came flying in the keeper, didn't he?
Mexico on the offensive push once again. Risky ball there for Tona, gets to it before. Dedo, here's Lara, step overs on his left foot. It's a decent strike, but he finds the outside of the net. Now Brazil on the offensive drive. This could be the one to seal the deal. For what we've seen thus far, I can say with confidence it is only a matter of time.
And Oliveira is on the pitch, and he is absolutely desperate to be amongst the goal scorers. This is him now.
Kelvin Oliveira, he's got support on that left-hand side. Lipon tries the give and go. Kelvin Oliveira, he's in a tight pocket there on the goal line. Monterde able to snatch that ball away from his feet to get the counter-attack going. It's a good through ball from Pepe. Look at the hustle on Lelechi to disrupt the flow of the play. No foul, no PK. Just a very physical, very intense challenge right now. You see the replay.
Yeah, the Mexico number 7 was never going to steer that in on his right foot.
Pepe Askenazi did not score today for Mexico. He's got 9 goals to his name. He's the 3rd top scorer right now behind Lelechi, Kelvin Oliveira, and behind Gabriel Costa, the Brazilian-American. I think the big guy today for Mexico was Castillo, who's got the brace. The other goal was scored by Escorpion Dorado, who's just next door to us.
No, that lack of firepowers. Pepe gets a little bit of treatment.
Cuando habéis estado ahí con el saque de puerta,
protrusions in the nose,
cambios, él no ha ido a sacar y hayáis perdido 20 segundos. Es el mismo tiempo, 40 segundos cada uno. Porque tardáis 20 segundos en sacar, Kelvin. No, ya está revisada. Cuando caen los dos, van haciendo la croqueta y en una le da él.
The words from the Spanish ref.
Ir sacándolo.
Well, Pepe's still down, as you can see.
Kelvin Oliveira has a tattoo on his neck here that says, "Keep your head up," and that is something that he does oh so well when he scores those goals.
You've got a Spitfire, you've got a Thunderbird 1, and a map and something else.
But I don't have "keep your heads up." Maybe that's the next one.
There's nothing written, it's just always...
I have some phrases here from my grandfather.
There's a whole book's worth of stuff.
There's some content, let's just call it that. Here comes Brazil, it's 3v3. When it comes to outfield players, 3v2 right now. Lipão down the center on his right foot, the layoff, Kelvin Oliveira. And it's going to be blasted from way, way out, coast to coast, off the metal. Mexico are denied by the woodwork. Almost 7-4 there.
It just seemed to be bouncing well off target, and as it approached the goal area, almost went in.
Here is Lipão! And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the ticket to the Allianz Parque. January 17th, Brazil, the host, the defending champions, will be there. They have a date with the Chileans, a South American clash for the final of the Kings World Cup of Nations Brazil 2026. It is yet another hat-trick for Lipão. Back-to-back hat-tricks for the Golden Crown. He shoots to the top of the goal-scoring table. 12 goals to Lipão's name. If Kelvin Oliveira was the name for Brazil in the group stage, Lipão has been the star man for the Seleção in the knockout stage. Brazil get it done. They win 8-3, and they seal the deal. They punched their ticket into the final on Saturday at the Allianz Parque. John, there was never any doubt or question, was there? Brazil, right from the get-go, were the better side.
We had that long period when it was just one goal scored by Vitao. Very long period, and we thought maybe Mexico could perhaps bring a surprise, as Chile did earlier on. It didn't happen in the end. Brazil, when they took control, there was never any doubt. The only big surprise is that Oliveira didn't get on the score sheet.
Yeah, this is something you don't see every day, right? A big game, but Kelvin Oliveira not on the score sheet. He's the guy who scored a hat-trick, 3 goals against Mexico at the Nations last year in Italy, and there he is, Everton Felipe, or as the Brazilians like to call it, goal in tears, very emotional. It's a huge moment for Brazil to play a final at home. After a battle that started on January 3rd, it started with 20 teams. Only 2 are alive.
Well, the Minotaur, whatever it is, I think it's waving goodbye to the Mexican crew. It's not a wave at us, it's a wave of the Chow Chow to the boxers. So there's a lot of kind of, not intimidation, but there's a lot of rubbing it in, isn't there, so far in this contest? It was tight at times and physical.
Yeah, but there was a little bit of provocation there, especially after that celebration from Escorpion Dourado. The Brazilian supporters didn't really like it that much.
Yeah, well, grabbed his gonads, essentially.
Yeah.
That's a new word for you.
I like it, John. I'll use it. I'm copying that one from you. But in Portuguese, we have a saying, right? Quem ri por último, ri melhor. Whoever laughs last,
who
laughs best.
Who laughs
best.
Longest.
Laughs longest.
Same thing.
And Brazil are laughing right now in happiness because they will be at the final January 17th at the Allianz Parque. If you, ladies and gentlemen, have been watching the competition, this right here is one of the most important moments of the game. It's the match ball signed by some of the biggest stars. This match ball signed by Dedo.
That's an interesting. Yeah, that's an interesting choice. I like that choice. I do like it. You know, we praised him. Did we influence people?
Maybe a little bit.
But a good choice, good choice.
But then again, trick of the trade, right? A true relic, that ball right there. Owned by KTO, this official ball. Signed by Mateus Dedo, who has been such an important player for the Brazilians. This guy here, Andres, scored one of the goals in the win. The first goal for him in the competition, and what an important goal. What a way to do it in the semifinal game against Mexico. Brazil get it done in Italy against Mexico. They get it done against Mexico at home as well. In the earlier game, look at that. Chile stunning the world, beating the Spaniards in the shootout after a 10-goal thriller, a 5-5 tie between the South Americans and the Europeans. You see there, Nini Stepan. She is an influencer streamer in Brazil. She's the owner of Nivelados, which is one of the teams here in Kings League Brazil. Let's have a look at the brackets. We are down to the final. The top 2 teams, the final 2 teams that have survived the Kings World Cup of Nations Brazil 2026. Two South American teams, Chile and Brazil. The ball drop will be at 8 p.m., but the show's going to start at 6:30 p.m. local time. Saturday night in Brazil. We're going to be there. We'll see you on Saturday, everyone. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Todos quer ganhar, mas no final só um vai fazer festa. Eternamente do adversário, ganhando a raciocinando o talento. Fogos e bomba, troféu pro alto, isso é rotina do procedimento. Se a torcida deles é contra, festas o fortalecimento. A tática deixa a zaga até tonta, a vitória é fruto do desempenho. Ei, olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave e não decide o